Man, oh man, oh man. I have I have not dreaded doing something more than this. Um yeah, so yesterday was fun, right? Fun, is that the right word? Um so before we get into it, just some of some of my thoughts on the game. So you could tell I don't really have a voice that much. The defense, I this is a little bit of a hot take. I think there was some good to take away from yesterday. Um, some good, not a lot. I think Sam Hubbard had a good bounce back game. Um, I think Miles coming back from an injury, he played pretty well. He had some plays. Um, we talked all week about making Lamar beat you with his arm, and I think in some aspects he did that, and I think in other aspects you kind of ran a college defense, to take Cam Taylor Britt's words from him. I I can't put everything on the defense. The offense had their opportunities to put the game away. You're driving, you're up three. Jamar runs a bad route. Burrow throws a pick. I don't know if that's Jamar covering for his QB or whatever that is, but we'll just go with that. You get the ball back with three timeouts over a minute in the fourth. You take a sack, and then you just decide, fuck it, we're going to run the clock out, which conservative, yeah, but also you've been killing them through the air all day. And then the most unforgivable part of it, you get the ball back, Lamar fumbles it, he gives you a gift, and you call three straight run plays. I get Burrow checks into one at the line of scrimmage. Zach Taylor said that. Sounds like Burrow confirmed it. So, you still run the ball three straight times instead of trying to get better field position for a field goal, or who knows, maybe breaking another one like Jamar did. Um, the issue with yesterday, I think the defense in the first half was fine. I don't think the defense was bad at all in the first half. Yeah, the Ravens were driving, they were getting yards, but we were doing the bend don't break thing, and they played pretty admirably in that first half. But it's the same story week after week of your defensive coordinator not making adjustments or changes at the half. And um, I think I'm at the point where Lou Anarumo has to go. And people are doing a lot of revisionist history. They're talking about um, Jesse Bates. They're talking about DJ Reader. I don't think either of those guys really help you yesterday. And and for all the crying people did about Jordan Battle went out there and he got killed by Charlie Kohler, who's a third string tight end. You know, like you can't, and people aren't going to give him the lion's share of blame like they will for other players, which is frustrating. But Jordan Battle gets out there, he gets his opportunity to make a play, and then he just gets killed. So it's unfortunate. You're now 1-4. In my personal opinion, I think you're done in terms of winning the AFC North. I think that's gone. Um, you're on the outside looking in on the playoffs. I If you had to ask me right now, today, how I feel, I tend to side on you don't make the playoffs. And if you don't make the playoffs this year, after all the bullshit we went through this offseason, something's got to go. People have got to go. No, not 13-4. This team is not 13-4 quality. Maybe if it was just some bad breaks here or there, maybe if it was like the 22 season where it's like, hey, your offense is a little cold, your defense is playing well, Dallas walks down the field, they win on a walk-off field goal. But there is none of that. There's no life in this team right now at all. There's no life, there's no grit, there's no heart in this team. We've seen it too many times. They fold. They fold over and over, and they find new ways every single week to lose games. And we were having this discussion in a group chat last night about is it a scheme issue? Is it a player issue? I tend to think it's a scheme issue. I understand we don't have the star power on defense like some of these other teams. I'm not expecting us to be the Steelers defense who, the Steelers drop a game. If you win this one, you're in it. You're there. The Ravens are now 2 games up on you. The Steelers are still 2 games up on you. But the reason why I feel like it's a scheme thing is every week is something different. If it was just you can't stop the run and that starts from game 1 to game 17, then that's a personnel issue. No matter what you do, you can't stop the run, right? But week 1, you can't stop the run when there's no threat of the pass. We talked about that. I know people were blaming the offense, which is fair for week 1. Again, there's no threat of throwing the football from the Patriots down the field, and you give up 150. That's a scheme thing to me. Week 2, you turn around, you play your best defensive game of the year. It's Mahomes. It's the Chiefs' offense. Of course, they're going to put up some points, but it's a damn good job by the defense, all things considered. I'm not going to.
But Brady, don't you think instead of it just being, you have to know your personnel, right? You have to put, like you're saying, it's a scheme fit, right? It's a scheme issue, right? But in that, if you asking these players to do X, Y, Z, shouldn't you put the best players that's physically capable of doing that? You know what I mean? What your plan is? Because like if you look at both of our we have the slowest safeties in the NFL, bro. Like I don't even think it's close. I think we have the slowest safety duo in the NFL, and the things that you're asking them to do, they're not capable of, right? So I don't even see in a world where these two guys are able to do much, especially. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brady. Let me stop.
No,
Go ahead,
you're good. You're good. I mean, I do agree with that, but the problem is even the guys who people are talking about being able to do like what you're asking of them, like we put Jordan Battle out there, he got cooked by Charlie Kohler.
As a slot.
I think he was playing the safety in that. We'll have to watch it back. From where I was on the field, I didn't see another safety. I think they went sideline to sideline. We showed man, and he just got beat over the top because there wasn't safety help to that side, which that's one we'll watch back. I don't get all the information I get from this, obviously, when I'm at the game, but even if it was a slot rep, you're a safety against a tight end. That's supposed to be a somewhat favorable match. It's not like we put him in the slot against Zay Flowers. We put him in the slot against a third string tight end, and he just got beat over the top, which you played at Alabama, man. You played against much better athletes, much better players than Charlie Kohler. Like if it's Cooper Kupp, if it's Rashee Rice, if it's, if we put him in the slot against, a dude from Washington, like they don't have, they just traded to the Eagles, but you're Jordan Battle and your brother's been online booty clapping for you to get snaps. And I agree, you're a better option than Von Bell at this stage. But if we put you out there to make a play, just shut the fuck up and make a play. Don't do all this talking online. And, that's where I feel like it's not necessarily just personnel. It's, it's every week. It's a different thing. You're on a sinking ship right now on defense, and there's just a different hole popping up that's letting in water, like wherever you turn. One week it's we can't stop the run. Then it's the Chiefs. It's like, okay, they ran all over us, but we did the bend but don't break. We did it really well. And then week 3, you get gashed through the air. Jaden Daniels is comfortable all night. You can't do anything to put pressure on him. Even last week, the Panthers probably played the most balanced offense against us, and they could do whatever they wanted, rushing or passing. And then, the Ravens yesterday, I think they averaged like 6 yards per carry, if I saw that correctly on Twitter. But they're averaging that per carry, and they're killing you through the air. And I get there's dudes who are there to make a play. Like, we could talk about 94 basically just got stiff armed out of the league after having a good first half. But it's I think my perspective, I watched Ohio State with CJ Stroud his first year starting, and the defense was an issue. And if you're an Ohio State fan, or if you're someone who watches a lot of college football, you'll remember that Ohio State-Oregon game. Your edge did not want to keep contained. So basically, let's just say like this, right? Your edge would just crash in, and then the running back would get the ball, and then he would cut to the outside, and there's no one there, and off he goes, right? And that was an ongoing problem all year. Or if you're a Michigan fan, the dude they had before Jesse Minter, I think it was Don Brown. He could not figure out how to stop a drag route. Underneath drag routes, they would run it right below the zone. The Bengals kind of have similar issues with Lou Anarumo. That right there is a scheme thing, right? And the thing is, he couldn't stop a drag route, but what he could do is he would stop the run. Or he would take away everything from here back, and he just couldn't stop drag routes over here. That's a scheme. You got to give something up on defense. The issue with the Bengals is I feel like we overcorrect during the week, and then we don't adjust during the game. Lou Anarumo feels like Marvin Lewis of defensive coordinators, and it's not good enough. And it's on all these guys right here. The reason you are 1-4 right now is these guys. Like, you can say Burrow cost you the Patriots game. These guys also gave up 150 rushing yards to the Patriots, who can't do anything like at all right now. So, but we'll watch. We're gonna put the annoying shit up first. We're gonna put the Bengals defense up first.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, J-Dub?
Man,
What's up, man?
this is hurting, I'm gonna lie.
It'll only hurt if you let it hurt. I mean, again, what are we going to do, right? I mean, it's fucked up to say this because I'm just an idiot who sits on my couch and watches football. I damn near feel like I'm more qualified to be a Bengal scout than some of these Bengal scouts.
Likewise, fam. Likewise.
Like, these guys are terrible, man. And this front office is fucking terrible. And look, I'm going to be totally honest. I think huge chunks of the coaching staff are terrible. Zach made a terrible decision. I think he made a couple awful decisions yesterday, right? I think not going for it on that 4th and short to start the game to set a tempo. That obviously didn't cost you as the game went on, because your offense woke up and started putting points up. And then obviously overtime, Zach Taylor cost you by running the ball 3 straight fucking times when you got a quarterback playing at an MVP level who's been shredding this defense all day. But Zach's an offensive guy. And again, I'll say it, even with a couple bad decisions, 38 points is enough to win a fucking football game.
You know what's even crazier? I ain't never seen a team. Well, I can't. I'm trying to, cause like it's still crazy into my head when thinking about it. I never seen a team that the other team literally gives you the ball on your side of the field, and you still manage to lose the game. Now we already know if it was us, we wouldn't have got that ball back, and that's what make it even like crazier. Like, at some point, you just gotta decide if you want to play football or not.
And not to
I was going to piggyback on your point, Brady. You know, the average scouting department in the NFL was 20.3, and we only have 8 scouts.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. Like, that is so gross and nasty. And I made a point about this not too long ago. I said, now if you're so dependent on a draft and don't want to don't want to trade draft capital, this, that, and the other, and don't want to spend big money in free agency, right? Then you need to allocate that money over to getting more scouts. Because if you're only going to have 8 scouts and you're continuously dependent on those scouts to hit, and you're not going out there making sure that you pay the players that you have that you know are stars, then you're just asking to be in the position that we're in right now. You're begging for it.
Yeah. You got to pick a struggle, right? If you're a poor team, if you're a poor team like the Bengals are, we're not the Cowboys, we're not the Browns. Then you have to draft well, and if you can't draft well, you got to be willing to spend money. And again, the Bengals kind of did the bait and switch where they spent on O-line, and people are talking about, oh well, we should have paid Jesse Bates. Where did Jesse Bates' money go? It went to Orlando Brown, who, let's be entirely fair, yeah, he wasn't great last year. This year he's bounced back. Orlando Brown's been awesome this year. And I was talking to my wife about it last night because she likes to hear me bitch about football sometimes. I said it this offseason. I would take the worst defense in the NFL if it meant keeping Burrow upright. So far, I think this offensive line has been great. Burrow took some shots yesterday, but that's a division game. So again, I'll stand on that. It sucks to see it happen in real time because you don't think you're literally going to get the worst defense in the NFL. But as long as Burrow stays healthy, man, I mean, that was my goal for this season. I think even going into this year, you could see that we weren't a Super Bowl competing roster, right? There were still things that needed to be done, things that needed to be changed. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. You just got draft better. Everyone should send in their applications to the Bengals. Go. Mike Brown probably responds through Pony Express or fucking, whatever old type of mail service.
Well, since they got fans in the film room, it might happen. You never know.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that. It's like a Make-A-Wish thing, but you just have to buy enough tickets and they'll invite you to the film room. Maybe that's why we suck. We got a dude who cosplays on Sundays watching film with the team.
Y'all watched the game last night?
Just for the defensive line, bro. I'll be happy.
What's up, J-Dub?
Just let me be a defensive line scout. We good.
Y'all watched the Steelers game, Cowboys game last night?
I fell asleep for about 10 minutes of it, and I woke up and I watched the end of it.
I was watching it and I was looking at it. Even though Dallas had all those injuries, I said, if we had that defense, we wouldn't be 4-1 right now. If we had that Dallas team right there, we wouldn't be 4-1, even with all the injuries they have.
If we had the 16th ranked defense in the NFL, you're a 4-1 team right now.
And it hurts for me because I feel bad for Joe and Jamar. Because, like, what can you say if you're going out there performing lights out every day and it's still not enough? Like, what is enough for this team this year? Like I never seen a team dang near score 40 points and still lose in the NFL.
This is the 2020 Houston Texans. That's what we are. You're scoring all these points. Your quarterback's going crazy. Except the difference is these aren't garbage time stats like what Deshaun was putting up with the Texans that year. This is, you need this to stay in the game. Like Joe Burrow, if the Bengals had won some of these games, front runner for MVP right now. He is playing like the best quarterback in the entire world right now. And because the defense can't get their heads out of their asses long enough, um, you're kind of fucked. Like again, you're 1-4. You're not winning your division this year from 1-4. So people can forget about that. Fuck the optimism. I'm not going to sell optimism and I'm not going to sell pessimism. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you what it looks like right now. And if you guys watched the game, and I know you all did, and I did too, this isn't even a playoff team right now. Currently, as we're here, October 7th, 2024, this is not a playoff-worthy, playoff-caliber team.
Not even a bottom wild card spot team.
No, not a wild card spot. This is a team who's going to be picking top 10 to top 12. I don't think we're going to be picking top 5. Like everyone keeps talking all this Travis Hunter shit. Travis Hunter wants to play wide receiver in the league. He's going to sub into some packages as a corner. He's going to be a wide receiver. Shut the fuck up about Travis Hunter on this team. To everyone out there who's pushing that shit. If you're paying attention to where we're losing games, get used to names like Deone Walker. Get used to names like Kenneth Grant. Get used to Thor Griffith. He's going to be a later round guy, in my opinion, maybe 3 or 4. Get used to interior defensive line. Get used to D-line in general. Go talk about James Pierce, right? It's this.
And it didn't even have to be like this, which is even nastier.
I think it did. I think the front office needs to get punched in the mouth, just like the team's getting punched in the mouth right now. I don't know how long they're going to settle for this. And here's the thing. When you draft competitive dudes who want to win, Joe Burrow's not Carson Palmer. He's not going to just sit here and accept mediocre. He's not. And Jamar is not Chad, who's going to keep showing love to a city if they keep shitting on him, right? And Jamar will request a trade. Like 100%. Jamar doesn't want to sit here and keep losing games. You see how pissed he looks post-game? He's been miserable this entire season, and he's having one, like, he's scored 5 touchdowns in 3 weeks. Like, Jamar's playing. What's up, Divine?
I was going to say him and Joe Burrow look miserable.
Yeah. And if you lose Jamar or if you lose Joe, you're gonna lose the franchise. And you can't sit here and ask the city to pay for all this shit for Paycor when you're playing like this. Jamar's tied for first in touchdowns and second in receiving yards after being like non-existent through 2 weeks. That's just who you're dealing with. That's how different Jamar is. I circled Meta here. Again, I saw people talk about Meta being a Lamar Jackson spy. Absolutely fucking not. I am glad that he got in. He deserved a little bit of run on defense. But this is one of the problems with Meta right here. So the pre-snap motion shifts his zone responsibility. And a more instinctual linebacker, I feel like his drop isn't going to be as far. Again, it's a young guy who's still trying to figure it out. But that's a good bit of tackling right there. I will say, I think at the point of attack, I think in terms of Derrick Henry running the ball, I don't remember seeing as bad of a tackling performance as we've had the past couple weeks, especially that Patriots game. I don't think, hopefully we don't see anything that bad the rest of the year for the rest of our lives. But the defensive line getting there on Lamar and not making a play is tough.
I think Lamar was a little boy in a whole D line yesterday. Like I never seen like that man's different. I never seen he literally was running backwards, then came forward, got out of sack, stiff arm, then turned around, ran back the other way. I'm like, what are we doing?
One thing I will say though it's good to see Miles Murphy back out there because
Yeah.
Lamar would have had 100 and plus yards against us if Miles wasn't out there, bro. Because it was several times that Miles cut the edge off and he wasn't able to get that edge.
And this is Miles, who's, I mean, again, like it's going to take him a couple weeks to get fully back. But that's what I feel like our defense is needed. This is what you want to see. In that last play before this one, that was Miles who got the pressure, got his hands in his face, and Lamar throws an incompletion. He gets a little timid there.
And we need more speed in our linebackers. I mean, our whole secondary. First of all, it's just like our two slowest positions is our most pivotal spots in our defense.
We need more speed out there at linebacker and safety. And I said that during the game, man. And those that were saying Meta being a Lamar, he's slow, bro. Like, how can you even say something like that, man?
No, I feel like he's more of like a bare linebacker. If you need a run stop, I mean, that's a guy who I want out there. I do not want. He's not a spy, man. That's ADG.
Who's our fastest linebacker on the team?
ADG.
Yeah. It's ADG and it's not close. You need to have a little refresh here at linebacker in this draft as well. Logan and
this is last year of his contract too.
For ADG, yeah. I feel like he's a guy you have to bring back. Let's run this one back here.
We be making it look too easy. Like, I think people really won't recognize how our defense was playing because we were just scoring points in the moment. So it's like it didn't really matter if they scored. We just gonna score again. But like actually watching that game, they was literally getting down the field with three to four plays.
This is where I say, like, again, it's a bad play call, I feel like.
It's literally nobody's over there. Yeah.
Like, he's open right here, by the way. The only guy who's really in coverage is Logan on Derrick Henry there. What's Dax doing? What's Von Bell doing?
You watching the game like us?
That touchdown by Bateman. What was CTB doing? He was supposed to be running with him.
We really let Bateman and Kolar out of all people cook us.
Not a personnel issue, it's a scheme issue if a guy like Charlie Kohler is cooking you. Like, fuck. If they had Devontae Adams and Devontae went crazy, it's like, oh, okay. You got one of the best receivers in the league.
Can you run that play again, please?
Yeah.
Let's see something real quick. I was looking at McKinley going against Linderbaum.
If I was looking, I was telling them, don't ever, bro. Y'all need to stop going for the ball. They don't even be in the right position to even make the tackle with stripping the ball.
Hey, Brady, you see the split? You see how he split the double team? It just went the opposite way. Look at McKinley.
Yep. Line up playing true zero.
Hey, BJ Hill played a solid game yesterday too.
Mm-hmm. I feel like our design had a couple moments. This is not one of them, though.
Wait, that Lamar scored
the first
touchdown for them?
Yeah.
Sam Hubbard out there on edge. That's what he's talking about. This is where we miss Miles Murphy. Because if that was Miles, he wouldn't have got there. You see what I'm saying? That was Sam Hubbard.
Or no, they called him short.
Basically, the whole team.
Yeah, he is strong. He just, like I said, the thing with McKinley is he has inconsistent tape, bro. You know what I mean? Like he has the physical attributes that you look for. He's strong, he's quick, he's twitchy for his size. He's just inconsistent now.
Y'all already know what they finna say come Wednesday. They finna say the same thing they always do.
We trust in who we have in the building.
Yeah, we just gonna have to come out and play our game.
It'd be 1-5 because Daniel Jones will pick you apart.
No,
I
I
remember that. I thought he was gonna pick that. I remember that play, bro.
Maybe we'll
Malik
get
Neighbors
someone
licking his chops right now.
if he's back from concussion protocol. Yeah.
Right, Ashley. That's exactly what they're gonna say. We believe in our guys.
And I believe in that we have enough talent that we can just get out this wall that we're hitting right now.
Mind you, those guys were people like Zach Carter, who they kept playing out there. That we believe in Zach Carter, even though he graded out as the worst defensive tackle 3 years straight.
Then we forgot but we gonna need our fans to come out there and support us. Y'all give us energy. Y'all
Thank
give the
God
team
they're in
energy.
New York. Get the fuck out of Ohio for a week. Go to New York. Tired of you guys.
Hey, Geno Stone, bro, he had several opportunities to make plays and he just whiffed, bro.
Double A.
I'm just tired. Tired of these safeties, man. It's been 2 years. I've hated every safety we've had. Not even a big Jordan Battle guy, if you guys haven't picked up on it. And he gets his opportunity yesterday, and he does fucking nothing.
Well, if everybody's gonna be nothing, I might as well get the young nothing out there so they can develop, get some experience. That's how I feel, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna suck, just put him out there. Let him suck. Let him figure it out.
Because we got old suck right now, and old suck ain't gonna. Old suck ain't gonna get no better.
I think we need to strap up the cleats and helmet and go help them out. Because I think we can get more than what they giving.
Man, not
You want my ass out there playing deep third? I'm a liability in coverage.
Bro, I'm a liability on everything right now. I got osteoporosis, arthritis in both my knees, bro. I ain't doing nothing.
Shoot, that's what they look like right now in the D-line.
Yeah, you just described Sam Hubbard.
Hey, he actually had a pretty decent game other than his stiff arm, man.
He had a good first half. The second half, I feel like the old man, it was past his bedtime.
How big is Sam Hubbard?
I think he's like 6'4".
Getting stepped on like that is nasty.
This is the play that Dax got hurt on right here.
I didn't even see how he got hurt.
It looked non-contact. I think
it was the turf, bro. You remember they keep talking. They when we got that new turf, they said this turf is the worst turf in the NFL, bro.
Yep.
And this is the second injury we've had due to this turf, bro.
This is. I will say though, I think like 11 or 12 other NFL teams use the same turf. Like, just bring back grass.
Man, they being too cheap. They don't want to use grass.
Why the fuck are we watching punts?
I cannot wait till Chris Jenkins get that darn club off his hand, man. Look how big dude is compared to Jenkins, man. Dude, God, he almost twice his size, bro.
Did Hendrickson get a sack yesterday?
Nope.
No. He was non-existent.
Only person who had a sack was Trey
Hubbard.
Hendrickson. Hubbard. Yeah, that's it. Trey Hendrickson. Hubbard. Yep.
Then ADG get a sack when he tackled. Well,
They
Lamar
might have.
was trying to run out.
They might have called it a sack, but I think Lamar, that was a design run, so it was just like a TFL.
You see that quickness. That's why I got hope for Chris Jenkins. Did you see how he beat that guard?
Mm-hmm. Chris Jenkins was solid yesterday. All things considered, he was solid.
Who was that got that pass rush in the interior?
We'll see from this angle.
Yeah, that's the one where he did that fake spin on Hubbard. I mean, not Hubbard, but Trey Hendrickson and Miles Murphy.
Joseph Osai. Miles got there too.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, but if Miles didn't look, Miles was running. I'm telling you, bro, that speed that Miles have, bro, that's gonna be a huge help for us, bro. I just hope he can stay healthy. He just fell for Lamar's, trick, but Lamar is Lamar. He does that
Lamar
to everybody. He literally does that to everybody.
But the good news is he does that to everybody, but he can't throw the ball well when you push him to his left, and he misses that one. And that's where my issue with Lou from yesterday comes from. Like, and he did it against Jaden Daniels as well. Like, if your quarterback, let's say this is your QB right here. If you're bringing a blitz from this side and it's a right-handed QB, he now gets to flush out of the pocket to his strong side, and it's an easier throw for him to make, and Lamar will show that. So here's Lamar. If you dial up pressure from here, and you'll see it on third down, Lamar gets to flush out of the pocket. Because, again, he's an athletic guy. Your edge can keep contained. He's just going to do that CJ Stroud thing where he gets even deeper when he retreats out. He's going to go more like this, and he's going to be able to make a throw in space. But if you bring a blitz off of this side right here, now you got your right-handed quarterback running opposite. He's going to have to set his feet to make a throw there. And it just, for whatever reason, Lou just loves crashing blitzes from this side against right-handed quarterbacks. Like, it's just, it's a simple thing. Oof. It's a hell of a hit by CTB. There's the hole in the zone.
How do you go from that play to this play? Like, what the heck?
Because out of like looks like this, where you're crowding the line of scrimmage, you have less. How do I put it? You don't have the athletes to go cover certain zones, right? So if we go back,
Holy crap! They actually blitz ADG. What?
so you got. Let's just use Logan for example, right? That throw goes what 15, 20 yards downfield. It's just an out route. And if you have Logan crowding the line of scrimmage, you're not going to be able to get him out here in that amount of time. And it looks like Pratt was the one who actually had the underneath coverage there. It's just that's not going to happen. So we could watch this again. So you had Cam basically playing like a deep third. Cam makes a business decision on a tackle there. Not sure what the fuck that was. You guys want to watch this one again?
I'm not gonna lie. I think our defense be making it easy for offensive coordinator because they really not even doing that much.
What are you doing there,
Simple,
Cam? Go
quick
low.
routes.
Take his knees out. That's a big running back. He runs high. He's strong. Going up high, you're not going to strip the ball from him. You're not that strong. Go low. Take his fucking knees out.
Did we miss Mike Hilton in this game?
Yeah. I think we missed having a competent defensive coordinator in this game, too, to be totally honest with you. Lou Anarumo let the Make-A-Wish kid call plays for him this week. And there's Geno Stone getting killed.
I'm watching that defensive line. McKinley Jackson tripped over one of the offensive linemen, but he actually beat them going down the line. It's talking about these traits, bro.
This is so depressing, bro.
It's not supposed to be fun.
Like, we really waited 10 months for this.
And are
So
we
when
going
they
to fire
was
anybody? No.
so when they was in camp saying our offense was cooking the defense, now I believe it. And what's nasty is we have another year with everybody, well, not everybody, but the people we brought in, we got another year with all of them.
Easy touchdown.
That's the play I was talking about with CTB. He stopped following him. Why?
Yeah. And look where the pressure comes from off of this, too. So you got CTB right here. Did he think someone else was going to pick up the zone?
No, you was looking in the backfield the whole time. That's why. He just let the wide receiver that was in front of him go across his face.
So how many are you showing down on your line of scrimmage here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're showing 7 down. Hubbard and Wilson drop out of spies. Looks like Wilson's got this. Not sure what Hubbard's doing.
I know that they wasn't expecting Hubbard to cover that.
What's Von Bell doing?
I think he
Is
have
he
that
trying
other
to crash
crossing route.
down to take
Yeah.
away this crosser? But again,
that,
you're bringing pressure. So this is my problem. So this is Gino right here. If you bring pressure from this side, you're going to force a QB to roll out against his dominant hand and make a throw. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying that is a much harder throw to make for a guy who throughout his career consistently struggles rolling out to his left compared to his right. And now the pressure flushes him this way. Your dumbass corner right here has no idea what's going on. Sam Hubbard can't cover that. You have nobody over the top because it looks like he's just kind of manned up right there. I don't know what the fuck we're doing on defense, and it really bothers me.
It
See,
sure
I
ain't
thought
the
that
team.
communication. I thought that communication would have been fixed with Von Bell. That's what we were told.
Yeah.
That really meant Von Bell was the cheapest option out there. That's what that meant.
Mm.
They get more pressure in the field goal block than they do on the D line.
Can we start a GoFundMe for a defensive coordinator?
No, I think we should raise money for it to get a guy in free agency.
That's the issue. You spent money in free agency. You brought in Sheldon Rankins.
I think the problem is we need to spend money on our own players.
That'd be a
We
start.
have the money, we just don't want to spend. They just don't. No, not we. They don't want to spend it.
Fact is, they're holding the city of Cincinnati hostage. Point blank. Period.
Where's that been all season, Sam? It's a hell of a play, though. Let's see here. Look at Chris take on that double team at first. I feel like that's where
That was
that
just a mess up. That was just a misassignment for them, man.
I feel like 77 right here. He goes for that double. Yeah, and then your fullback can't make a block. You got a free rusher. All right, 14-9 game. See, that's where you gotta take the max approach, right? That's where it's so funny. I forget who it was who Max probably remember. Some was it Cam who said something about you on Twitter? It's like Max doesn't talk shit on teammates. He just kind of does it just lets it go. That's it.
Hey, you see how much smaller that Chris Jenkins looked like than the other players on that line?
Yeah, he holds up though.
Do we really even have a CB1?
No. This might be a hot take. I don't think they got this.
They did.
Not that it matters. Your defense still gets killed in the second half, but
This is disgusting, guys.
that's both your edges right there. It's 94. It's 91. Why isn't Miles out there though? Or sorry, it's BJ Hill.
He had him full bear hug. Like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. Trey Hendrickson is asking for all this money in the offseason. He hasn't deserved it. He had one good game against a rookie tackle this season. Other than that, like, to his standards, which again, Trey's got some high standards, he's been dog shit. Like, where was he against the Commanders? He was fucking nowhere. Like, where was he last week? I mean, he made that one play on Dalton. But again, it's a favorable matchup. I'm tired of people putting Trey Hendrickson on Myles Garrett's level or whatever, because Myles Garrett, if there is a mismatch, he will kill you all fucking game. Doesn't matter. Like, Trey makes one play. That's about it. He makes a play a game. Take it or leave it. That's not how much was he asking for?
I think it was like top edge money.
You don't deserve it. You don't play well against the run. You're getting packed up right there. You're not bringing Lamar down when you have your hands on him. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough from Trey. So people need to slow down on crying poor for him. Maybe he's being fairly paid. Because it's really hard to request that much money when you can't play against the run, and when you're pass rushing, you're not consistently doing well at that. Like, I'm tired of people trying to stick up for some of these players who just don't deserve it. Sam Hubbard doesn't deserve how much he's making. All that energy people had towards Joe Mixon last season, dude was still out there running hard in a lost season. Like, he was still out there doing everything he could for the team. Like, but, people don't want to talk about Sam Hubbard, who's just not good. And he's holding back the development of a first-round pick. Like, can we bring that up? Giving Sam Hubbard, and I get it, this year it's been a necessity because Miles has been hurt. He got put on IR. But as the season goes on, every snap you give to Sam is a snap you're taking away from a guy that you invested a first-round pick in. You're fucking up his development and you're fucking up your investment, and it's a lose-lose situation on both sides. But we'll just keep doing the same fucking shit, banging our head against the wall and just expecting things to change and say there's no panic in the room. Well, you're not making the playoffs this year. So hopefully there's a little bit of panic and urgency. Hopefully you go put 50 on the fucking Giants. Hopefully you do something.
I already know we do win against the Giants. I already know that Daniel Jones either gonna have 300 yards, somebody gonna have over 100 yards. I'm already knowing, even if we do win the game.
Start Malik. If he plays, start Malik Neighbors.
Then Singletary, let's not forget how Singletary cooked us in the Texans.
I got him on the bench.
Yeah, this week start all Giants players. Shoot, I ain't even say they tight ends. I don't even know their tight ends' names.
Not sure.
They also drafted Theo Johnson.
I saw that. Here you go. Hold on, let's go back to the other view real quick. This is the play we were talking about. There's Von Bell. No, the Giants got a D line, and I talked about it for the Commanders. It wasn't necessarily an issue with the Commanders, but the Giants have a defensive line that can give you problems. What is Von Bell doing, man?
Getting. Was that Cole? Or
Yeah, that's Charlie Kohler. This is
No.
after going up 2 scores, by the way. This is going up 10 points. This is how your defense responds. It's just, dude, I mean, if you're the DC for the Bengals,
back, but he made the play though.
If you're
that was Hill, my bad.
If you're the let's say we fire Lou Anarumo. If you're the new DC of the Bengals, how many players are you really going to the front office and saying, we're building around these guys? You're saying it about 99, first round pick. He's shown you some good stuff. You're probably saying that about Chris Jenkins as well. How many other guys are you really going to say, no, these are cornerstone pieces we're building around? Because in my opinion, there are none.
I don't see what difference it would make us firing Lou in this if the same player's still gonna be on the team. That's getting
I think
cooked.
because you need to get a fresh scheme. Lou, this is the thing with Lou. He's a Patrick Mahomes killer. He's got the scheme for Mahomes. But with the revisionist history we're doing on the Bengals defense, I think last year it was like 13, 14. It wasn't a top 5 defense. It was just 13, 14. And the year before that, or sorry, not last year, but in 22 with Jesse Bates, you're talking about a middle of the pack defense. 21, the defense was even worse. I think we were like 17th, 18th, something like that. It's never been an elite defense, even with Jesse Bates, even with DJ Reader, even with Larry Ogunjobi and Cheeto Awuzie playing like an all-pro and all that. It was just a defense who got hot at times and they forced turnovers, and that was it. We were never a top 5, top 10 defense, and Lou being the best DC in the league, that only shows up when you play the Chiefs. And as your season stands right now, you're not playing the Chiefs next year. The scheme's done. It's washed. It's old. And there's Jordan Battle getting killed by a tight end. At least that one's Mark Andrews, who's not bad. So for everyone who wanted Jordan Battle out there, you got Jordan Battle out there. Like, fucking spare me. And why the fuck is your safety playing 30, 40 yards down the field? It's a piss poor scheme.
Bro, I was about to say, why is he so far back?
It's just a bad scheme. It's not. I think you have some good players. I think you have some bad players. It is just a bad scheme at this point. And at some point, you just got to move on. You got to cut your losses. You got to move on before you completely blow this whole window. Because right now, what this defense is doing, let's be entirely fair. They're fucking up another year of Burrow's window, and they're fucking up arguably. I don't even think it's arguable. I think this is the best start Joe Burrow's ever had in his entire career. Like, yeah, he had a down week 1 against the Patriots, but this is the best start Joe Burrow's ever had.
Like, we get in 2019 Joe right now.
The league's changing. The league's changing, and Lou Anarumo's not changing with it. And everyone's saying, well, we don't spend money on defense. We don't do this. We don't do that. Lou has had 22 picks on defense since 2020. We have spent more high round picks on the defense than we have on the offense. Go back 2 years ago to the draft. What were our first 3 picks? We went Myles Murphy, DJ Turner, Jordan Battle. We didn't even get a tackle to help Burrow because we prioritized getting guys on defense.
Also, goes back to having only 8 freaking scouts.
Yep.
Everybody else got 20 plus.
Because it's cheaper that way.
We trust who we have in the building.
Do we have a Mr. Krabs for our owner?
Scrooge McDuck.
Isn't Lou supposed to be a secondary specialist? I think Lou's specialty is fucking up your team.
It seems like every time it's a pass, our secondary is hitting the oh shit button every time.
And this is what I'll say as well on the Lou stuff. While we're watching his defense put up a great fucking effort yesterday, in terms of people were going nuts because we were keeping Callahan and we were keeping Lou and keeping the core coaches together is a good thing, right? This is the part of the process where stability can turn into being stale. And that's what this is, right? There's growing pains, obviously. We saw some of the growing pains this preseason with how shitty our offense played and with the Patriots in week 1 and parts of, week 2 against the Chiefs with the offense. This is the best offense the Bengals have had in I don't know how long. Like, this is what running a stale white bread defense does.
Did Gino just get hurdled? I'm sorry.
He got hurdled.
What the hell?
Man, they showed that play several times during the game, bro. I was expecting it.
I got a hot take question. Which defense
Gino had several plays like that yesterday.
Which defense was worse, the 2023 or this one right now?
I think statistically it's this one right now.
Bro, we have given up 41 points and 38 points in back-to-back weeks. It's this one, bro.
This just...
You know how we said last year in 2023, the only way we can go is up because no way we can get worse than how we was in 23? Well, we lied.
And that's with the rookies we drafted actually playing well when they've been in. Like Chris Jenkins, I feel like, has been doing well. McKinley, this is his first game. It's a tough ask going against Linderbaum in your first game. I think he'll be fine as a 0. Jesus Christ.
Why do they be so wide open?
Because your scheme is dead. It's stale. It's what I've been saying all season. It started with week 1, and because of how bad the offense was, I feel like we kind of shifted some of the blame from the defense. The Patriots had no threat of throwing the football, but were still able to run free. If I know the opposing QB can't throw the ball down the field, I'm sending everybody at him. I am stopping the run and beat me. And guess what? Every team has done that to Jacoby since us, and it's worked. It's worked. They don't have the premier playmakers on the outside. The only thing they really have in terms of offensive weapons is Hunter Henry. But we couldn't stop the fucking run. And now look at us. Now it's a new problem. New week, new problem. This is what having the same coach for this long does to a team. Sometimes it's really just that simple of just getting fresh eyes in there. And even more on the coaching aspect, look at the Ravens defense, right? Last year they had Mike McDonald. He was excellent. And he did his job as a DC. He did great. And this year, largely the same personnel. They lost Geno Stone, which doesn't really look like much. They lost Pat Queen. That's a decent loss, but you can live with that. And an old Jadeveon Clowney, but they brought in Kyle Van Noy, who's doing fine for them in that old man who resurfaces his career in Baltimore scheme. And their defense has taken a huge step back. That's coaching. Largely the same personnel in terms of star players, no injuries. That's coaching. Their defense sucks this year. Let's be totally honest. The Ravens' defense is awful. And the Bengals just gave the blueprint on how to beat them.
I'm losing the name. Who was the DC before Lou?
Oh, fuck. That's Marvin Lewis era. I completely forget. I totally honest, cards on the table. Last 2 years of Marvin Lewis, I checked out. I hated Marvin Lewis. I hated Andy Dalton. I got out. You've had the same fucking DC now since the start of the Zach Taylor era. The pinnacle of this defensive coordinator is like the 13th, 14th best defense in the league. That's just not it. It's not it to be sucking this dude off, to be giving him all this credit, all these flowers. Now you're bringing a blitz, and you can't fucking get home bringing a blitz.
Hey, all I can say is, with our defense going out the window, any head coach job he was finna get is out the window.
Bro, he needs to go back to college and fix the scheme. I'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bro doesn't even have to worry about fucking blocking. No one's going to get there. They're running 3 routes here. 1, 2, 3. Look at where the dudes in coverage are. It's fucking terrible, man. There's no way around this. You could talk about having players on the field.
Well, teams don't even need to go in max protection against us.
I mean, you could talk about the players you want on the field all you want. You're basically leaving this guy in a one-on-one, and that is essentially a man-beating route right there. Any sort of cut route like that, depending on where your coverage is, which, again, his is just take away everything over the top of the defense. You're not going to beat me over the top. I'm going to give up whatever underneath, right? But if you're going to rush all these assholes right here and not get home, then what is the fucking point of blitzing? You can get home with sending less. You can simulate pressure. You can run a game up front. You can stunt. You can twist. You can bring a blitz off the edge, try to confuse a young tackle. But instead, we just show zero, we go zero, and we get burned. It didn't work all day, so maybe we adjust from it. No, we just keep fucking doing it. The Lou Anarumo special, just bang your head against the fucking wall until your defense makes a play. That's not what being a good coach does. That's not what being a good coordinator is. It's about putting your guys in positions to succeed, and we're not fucking doing that. Again, how many fucking people do we bring home? Or do we send? Here. You are showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 7? 8 really at the line of scrimmage? How many end up coming? Let's see. Everybody. You're in true zero right now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you restart the play so we can look at the formation?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why would you have so they all come to the line?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have who was that? DJ Turner so far back, knowing it's an all-out blitz. He can that can be a you giving them all that space. It can be a quick yard, a
Because
quick out, a
basically,
quick in.
let's say DJ Turner's up here, right? And there's going to be nobody here. There's no help over the top, right? All it takes is for him to run just a slant. And if Turner isn't there, if Turner can't make a one-on-one tackle in space, that's a house call. So they are giving space on that, which again, like I understand if you're bringing a zero, but we just showed a zero look. And you're just not getting home in time. What's the point of running a zero if you're not going to get home in time?
But even with that, Bateman was wide open. He did exactly what I thought was going to happen. Lamar just didn't throw it to him. Got all that green in the inside, and you 20 yards back.
I mean, and don't worry if you guys are enjoying this Bengals defense. You still got 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and you got OT. Isn't that exciting?
Tragedy.
Was that a sack or he threw the ball?
He threw it.
I should have known it wasn't a sack. I don't know why I asked that.
Man, I just wish our guys can get rid of blockers quicker, bro. It's crazy. It seems like they be super glued to these guys.
And it's like we don't have no pass rush moves. It's like it's the same rush every time.
The
That
all
don't get
22
home.
it doesn't want to work on this play. That's fine. The less I have to see of this defense, the better. They're just look, there's no optimism, there's no positivity on this defense. There is just nothing but I fucking hate all of this.
Hey, watch that play again. Watch who Isaiah likely just cooked. That was nasty. And Lamar missed that. I'm surprised he didn't see that. Was that Gino? Well, no. Was that Gino? Was
No,
that Vaughn? I think
no,
it was
35.
Vaughn. Who was it?
Oh,
God damn.
yeah, likely just killed
That's
somebody.
Jalen Davis, man. 35 is Jalen Davis, bro.
That's where Trey gets the roughing the passer. The only thing he did for us all game.
The only time we got to the QB was rough and fast.
Nah, he got back there. He just was not finishing.
Yeah, but he wants to be a top 3 paid edge in the league. Get the fuck out of here, Trey.
We look like a whole bunch of jack-o'-lanterns.
Bro, I was talking in the space, and I said I would trade a first-round pick right now for Dexter Lawrence, bro.
Yeah.
He solves both of your issues. He solves the pass rush and run defense.
That's a guy that you would build around automatically on defense.
You will have him, and
You
you
know
will
what
have
makes the
Jenkins, and you will have McKinley Jackson. Then just draft one more guy. You know what I mean? And you'll
Yeah.
have you a room that you can build on.
You know what makes this defense so frustrating? You know what?
Hmm.
As I watch these games around the league, they have all these. Not even they don't have to be perfect. They're playing like just I can't even explain like just mid-level defense, and they still making it work. And we have our full players out there, and we can't even stop a fly.
Hey Ashley, I see what you're saying, and my fear is, you know, that I feel like if people start taking, stop buying tickets and stop buying merch and all this stuff, and all they're gonna do is just up and move. They're just gonna up and leave. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I said I feel like they're holding Cincinnati hostage, because when you expect them to do better and you try to hold them accountable, they talk about leaving.
Well, don't worry. They got these idiots who go cosplay at games to get on the billboard and act like they're superstars on Twitter, and they just suck the team's dick all day.
Oh well, they get access to the film room, so
Yeah. You think that nerd shows up wearing his full costume to watch film with them?
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking asshole.
He just be in there like brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
He's giving Zach a fucking foot rub while they're watching film. Yeah, Zach, you made a great decision, Zach. 52-yard field goal. McPherson should have made that. It's not your fault.
If
You
we
do you,
look at
King.
if we look at since Zach been a head coach, what wrong has he been doing it, and has he fixed it, and did he fix it, or have it changed?
Let's just answer it like this: the same thing that we're saying now about him taking the game out of Joe Burrow's hands. We said that in 2021. We said that in 2022. We said
Yeah.
it in 2023, and we're saying it again now. Same thing.
But what is it going to take for it to change? Like,
And he needs to take
You're
He needs to have accountability. You sat up there and just said Joe Burrow. We had a pass play and he opted out of it. What about the other two downs, man? What
JW.
about the other two downs?
If you want it to change, you need to find people who aren't enablers. And the issue is, unless Mike Brown shows up on the Epstein flight logs or hanging out with Les Wexner, it's not going to change. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. Unless he was going to Epstein Island or he was doing freak offs with P. Diddy, like, you're stuck with Mike Brown. And then you're stuck with his dipshit daughter after that, who does the same thing.
and they don't want to win. Why on the team if you're not trying to win? What's the point?
Hey, since they were the only team to vote no, does that mean that that's not going to pass or what? Because we need some help, man.
I mean, what do you have in Cincinnati? You have Johnson and Johnson, right? You got it,
I mean,
one
they
of those
made a killing
politicians.
with all the baby oil that P Diddy was buying, so they got the money.
Well, he only bought that because there was a Costco right next to his mansion. That's the only reason.
Don't forget about the COVID Johnson and Johnson shot and all that stuff. Yeah, they got the funds.
Would you guys go to a P Diddy freak off for a week for a Bengals Super Bowl?
Yep.
I ain't that loyal. you get people locked up now. I ain't going to. I'm good, bro.
You didn't
Your
say I
name
had
pop
to do
up.
it,
Your
but
name
I'll
pop
go.
up on that list.
You got to make a whole LeBron like IG Live. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
And ain't nobody questioning him about it either.
I'm about to send our whole defense to a Diddy party. They can go hang out with him in prison, man.
I'm so glad basketball season about to start.
I wonder how many compensatory picks we get for that, man.
We can't help it. Our whole defense was caught up with the P Diddy shit. I think we just need to redraft all defensive players in the league, and we get the first overall. Give us Myles Garrett.
Treat it like an expansion draft. We can, get some
Yeah.
players from other teams. Yeah.
I think a JV team can beat our defense.
College offense did a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you saw that one, J-Dub.
Oh, I'm weak. That was LSU on LSU crime.
And the only thing that made me smile yesterday was when all them Brown fans was clowning us for losing to the Commanders, and then they go in there and get blown out. That was the only thing that made me smile yesterday, man.
Yeah. The Browns were in a Diddy party yesterday.
That offensive line is terrible, crazy knuckleheaded, terrible.
Well, we can't call them terrible because we definitely not going to do anything against them when we play them.
Yeah. The Browns O-line's terrible. Wait till they meet Trey Hendrickson wanting an extension. They're going to get this right here. Locked up by a fucking bum.
Everybody,
they just as bad as we are right now, man. I don't know.
They're worse than we are. I'll say that.
It may be the what's the name of that Shaq in the Fool moments all through the game. You're gonna have to have clown music playing. Whoa, Geno Stone misses another tackle.
That's gonna be it's gonna be the paper bag bowl right there. Everyone's got to show up wearing paper bags on their head for Browns Bengals.
Wait, is that at home? Are we at home?
Well, home and away. We for some reason they put that in Thursday night just so everyone could see Sam Hubbard get fucking abused by Nick Chubb off of his fourth knee surgery of his career.
Oh, Von Bell just got beat by Njoku. Hey.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I'm about week 9 to the end of the season. No, we need a week free of Bengals football.
Can we get a fucking bye week, dude? I didn't want to do this. I have to do this. I didn't want to though. I was
50 points a game for us to win, bro. What's going on, man?
Man, I was watching part of this on my iPad last night, and I was just shaking it like Joe Burrow on the sideline last week. Difference is if I break my iPad, I'm just an idiot who has to go buy another one. Joe at least gets a new Surface tablet.
That's what. Look how far. Geno Stone playing the deep hat, bro. This dude is slow. Why do we keep? Oh my god.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes.
Hey, but then again, we don't pay for them. That's them. That's on them.
They probably made Joe Burrow pay for that tablet he broke, a new one.
They really be dragging us down the field.
That was nasty.
They didn't lose. They coming to the season as defense. It was a no-brainer for us to be aggressive. This is not aggressive.
You don't know what he's doing anymore, bro.
Nothing
Like
about our
Brady,
defense is aggressive.
like Brady said, if it ain't Mahomes, he can't do anything.
Shoot.
You need a new DC. It's all there is to it. I don't know if it's Marion Hobby. I don't know. I know there's a dude named Bill Belichick who can't draft worth a fuck anymore, but his defenses play hard.
Yep, they always do their job. They do the right job. They do what they're supposed to do.
I know Bill
This is what I
Belichick
would
would
do.
Zach Carter after his first year.
If I was the GM, I'm taking that locker room out and I'm bringing back the old uniforms. They don't deserve none of that.
Take away
Forget
all the
that
nice
$1
shit.
billion innovation. Hell no.
You're
We
gonna
need to
go
renovate our defense instead of stadium.
get rid of the bubble. Take away the
Yeah,
bubble.
they don't deserve no fucking practice field indoor.
They ain't take away Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They don't deserve them either.
I wonder if they can use those new lights in there and try to hypnotize them to play better defense, bro. You are getting
That's crazy.
faster.
Dang, the old line got them pulling up their pants and shirt down every play.
Yeah, I wonder. We didn't pay attention to it. I wonder if we got another Lawrence Guy ass crack sighting this week. Last week we saw Lawrence Guy's ass crack about 4 or 5 times.
He got the
That's
plumber
how
thing
you
going
know he
on,
was
huh?
getting work.
Bro, he's got an ass crack that goes right up between his shoulder blades.
Ass crack for an ass player. That seems about right.
His name's not Zach Carter. He's okay.
I'm about to say he ain't been that bad, bro.
Bro, I just watching this makes me sick.
Yeah, we were gonna be aggressive from the jump here now, from the beginning to end. Run it 3 times.
Dude, you couldn't stay up, bro. Like, come on. Where was he going?
I don't fault him for anything he did. I don't fault any of that, bro. Because he did what he's supposed to do. We got the ball back.
You guys ready?
You guys ready?
Here it is. Who is the edge on that side of the field?
What the heck was Von Bell doing, bro?
Did you
He was making
see?
a business decision. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that shit. There's like 4 guys standing behind one blocker or some shit. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's terrible. What are we doing?
That's DJ Turner. DJ Turner also just flying out of control.
And it was Von Bell. It was Logan Wilson. They all sat there behind that blocker, bro.
And the same thing happened against Carolina. That's crazy.
Hey, can we get a round of applause for the Bengals defense from yesterday? Round of applause.
No.
If you started them in fantasy yesterday, I think you might have gotten negative 40 points.
This is what the Bengals defense deserves.
I'm sending the whole Bengals defense to a Diddy party.
What was the point of them even dressing out?
Yeah, get rid of the orange fucking pants, guys.
Yeah.
Now, let's not be so harsh. All right. Now, I get we lost in them, but come on now. Yeah.
Twice.
Very superstitious. So I guess that means we're going to win all our white games then, right?
No, I'm scared for our whiteout record.
Yeah, we're undefeated in the white since we got to get rid of the orange. I mean,
Bro,
we got to wear white every week then.
I don't want to play the Eagles this year. They're going to run like 500 yards on us.
Our whiteout record is on. I said whiteout. Our whiteout record is on suicide watch right now.
I think our whole
run defense is going to continue to get better, bro. I don't think, because I don't even really believe that the run defense was the issue yesterday, other than that last play.
I don't either. But the guys behind the line aren't tackling still. They're not making the right decisions.
But now your best coverage corner's probably got a season-ending injury too, and Dax Hill. So,
good Lord.
I think we should bring in, what's his name, Xavier Howard.
Did he just like beat his girl or something?
Oh dang!
Did
he?
He did something. He did something bad. That's what got him cut. It's more of a Browns move, if you ask me. That's the team.
I'm telling you, they're going to be like, well, we have DJ Ivy coming back. Oh, come on, bro. And I like DJ Ivy. I think he has nice potential, but bro, he coming off of an ACL injury, bro. What are we talking about, man?
Like we
Yeah.
just tried that with Cheeto. Look how that worked out.
Oh, I thought it worked great.
Yeah, that's why he don't got stripes on right now.
Prayers up for Cheetah though. Going on IR again.
Yeah, that shit was false start.
What's Matabuke doing there? This stupid ass.
One thing I can say, I'm really proud of our offensive line this season.
Man, Mims is If Mims can
He's
stay healthy, bro,
different.
he's gonna be nice.
Bro, Mims is an animal. And it was a little scary yesterday, but hearing him say, like, it hit some nerves in his ankle and, like, him coming back battling through it, like, yeah.
It was crazy. You can tell that he was in pain. He was still locking shit down on that side.
I talked to his dad today after the injury, and he said he's all right. He said he dodged a bullet. He said it's going to be sore, but it's nothing long term.
And can we just say this? Cody Ford did pretty good as a right tackle yesterday.
He really did. He did really well. He came in, and I didn't notice any pressures off of his side.
No, like Cody Ford did pretty good yesterday. So again, I'm glad.
How y'all thinking our interior offensive line playing? I think they playing pretty decent too.
I watched Karras get fucking destroyed. Yeah. He got sent back about 20 feet.
I still want them to upgrade the interior offensive line. I want them to get more athletic, bro.
Maybe I'll do a longer episode today, and we'll go watch some draft stuff, just to try to get everyone's mind off of it. Oh,
I want to see edge rushers and defensive tackles, man. and maybe a safety or two,
D tackles is what I've been on all year. I've been watching a lot of defensive tackle.
Oh, we finally watching the good part of the game, the right spot.
I'll say this: the offense was good, but it wasn't great. There's still room for improvement there.
No name. The defense used it all yesterday. That's why they look like that.
What did B Things call them on Twitter? I think he called them Fent Fairies.
Hey, man, I like Chase Brown, bro.
I do too.
And Eric All too, man. Shots. Did you see him? Did you see him level Roquan yesterday?
He fucked Roquan up.
I like all. It's unusual for a tight end to come in and be this good right away. I think they need to try to get him the ball more, though. I mean, he's good at blocking, but I think they need to give him the ball more.
Do y'all think
a good block by him on that run right there? Look.
Do y'all think our offense look like this because of the pitcher offense?
You told Roquan to move, bro. You see that? He escorted him.
I think it's both. The personnel and pitcher.
And pitchers bringing new looks to this offense. I also just think it's the upgraded offensive line, too. You don't have that piece of shit right tackle anymore. You got like a real football player over there. Like Jonah's gone. He's Kyler Murray's problem now.
Hey,
he's not playing, is he?
No, he's on IR, but
yeah.
They got that win yesterday against San Fran.
For that little bit,
that was big for them.
Cody Ford played better in that little sample than Jonah Williams did his whole career against the Ravens.
Yeah, Cody Ford, yesterday, I was a little worried.
He did good. He got beat once in the inside move. Other than that, yeah, he was good.
Mm-hmm. And that one's on Volson right there, it looks like. We'll watch this back, see where this pressure came from on Burrow.
Was Gesicki getting work yesterday?
He had a big catch on third down. Oh, that's your center guard getting killed.
Bro, did you see
That's the
what
play I was
Metabuke
talking
did
about
to
right
Kappa though? Did you see what Metabuke did to Kappa?
No.
Go
Yeah,
back. He hit him with the Reggie White.
well, look who's there to clean it up.
That was nasty.
That's how I'm like, why don't none of our defensive tackles do that?
Look who's there to clean it up, though. Watch 71. That's awareness. Again, just push him out of the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can think of another right tackle who wouldn't have done that. He would just be like, oh, okay, I don't have to block this rep.
He wouldn't have been able to be at that spot, bro. Could have been getting washed out somehow.
That's a hell of a catch by Gesicki.
Yeah, I didn't think he caught it at first.
Man, I don't think he get enough targets, bro.
Watch 71 right here.
See that anchor? He's anchored down. Anchored down. He ain't getting around his ass once he locks up with him.
Joe Burrow is really liked. I don't understand why he gets so much hate. Like, yo.
Because he's on the Bengals.
Eric All back as your fullback.
Y'all think he was on the other
Ooh,
team, then he would be.
He got a piece of Mario, too.
Another one,
Or
yeah.
Kyle, sorry. Got a piece of Kyle Hamilton.
That dude is a fantastic blocker.
Chase Brown got to stop doing that. He gonna tire himself out.
Bro, he does not.
He know he getting limited routes. He know what he doing, bro. That's his little bicycle. That's his bicycle workout on the sideline. Got to stay loose.
Mims looks so big, Paul, compared to the rest of them.
Now, this is like the kind of run concept I like against a less athletic defensive line, letting Orlando pull here. But just the Ravens D line, they're too good for that.
Yeah, they're way too athletic for that.
Watching him pull is so hilarious.
It's hilarious until he pulls like all the way around and he cracks a linebacker.
It's hilarious.
He had somebody open in that corner. Was that Chase?
Let's go back to that other view. I feel like the view will show it.
Yep, I think this is the play. Does he check it down?
Yeah. Yoshi. Bro, Yoshi had a nasty ass catch yesterday too.
Did Burry get any steps yesterday?
Barely.
Yeah. But again, your offense is clicking. Like,
yeah,
I don't think Burton changes that game.
No. We scored 38 points. That's crazy.
And it's not like they were like hard fought. Like a lot of those were just big explosive plays. And that's Burton adds that to your offense for sure, but that's a dot.
My God. That pass.
Dude it down the way. Oh, they set it off. Hey.
Oof.
That was such a good throw.
See that right there? See he doing the Cincy dance right there. That get that man a contract.
All right, this is where the offense went a bit stagnant here. Joe misses. This is a miss by him.
He underthrew the ball. Should have been out in front.
Who was that? Oh, that was T.
It's T on Brandon Stevens.
It was a good play. It was a good play. He was open.
Yeah.
For all that stuff they was talking about Brandon Stevens, he was barbecue chicken yesterday.
That whole defense was. The defense wasn't on shit yesterday for the Ravens. And if they run into a team, you're not going to see a team who has better weapons than us. You are going to see a team who has adequate weapons and a much better defense than us. You're in trouble.
You just needed to be this year like a 20th overall defense, bro. That's it. 15. Nothing special.
Again, Mims. He just gets one hand on him, really.
So strong, man. He got power in both of them hands too, bro. He can
See
stonewall.
what happens when you get a lineman from a Power 5 school.
And
Damn.
they brought 5.
Is this the one with Zach Moss missed?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this shit.
He had a couple of those yesterday, man.
He had 2 that led to sacks.
Well, it
That's
must
one
be
of them.
nice when you can send a blitz and it hit home. Must be nice.
You don't have to bring 0 either to do it. You only bring 5.
I'm trying to see what that be like.
This is a bell or a battle got him, I think.
I agree, no name.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about punts. Reckow did have that one that was just disgusting. That led to a safety.
That was dirty. I thought he kicked it. I thought it was gonna go like way short of where it went. Like it wasn't gonna get down there. It was nasty. This is where we just started running the ball to nowhere, right up the middle.
Mm-hmm. This is the next drive that goes stagnant. I think you had 2 straight drives that you get nothing on. And then you just say, fuck it, we're just going to throw the ball on these guys, and they're not going to stop us.
It looked like Eric All slipped on that one.
That's how you play zone defense. Like their zone against our zone look way different.
We play so far off.
Yeah.
The defense, loose defense is just keep everything in front and just get cooked and then try to keep people out of the end zone, and it doesn't work anymore.
Well,
Because
you can't keep everything in front if you can't tackle.
Right. Well, what's happening is they're bend don't break, and then they get into the red zone and we break every time.
We bend and get destroyed. It's way past breaking.
Oh yeah.
And this is on Joe. Joe needs to get rid of the ball there.
Yeah.
Kind of see how in the moment.
Nah,
like
I
the
don't
dude
see
was
it at
going
all.
over there.
Chase was wide open, bro. That would have been a first down. Boom.
Yeah,
That's a first down.
You get that to Eric All there too, instead of just jumping and
The pressure was coming quick, but all he had to do was dump it off to Chase.
yeah.
Yeah, but even in that dot that he threw to Yoshivas, he had pressure on him then too. Like, yeah.
Oh, here's that punt though. Oh my god.
Dirty punt. I hate when people are blaming him for that shit. It is his fault. He probably should have caught that cleaner. But he's been our best punter we've had in a long time.
I was
the
talking to my. Well, the snap was bad. He had a grip on it. He just dropped it. And I was talking to my wife about it, and everyone, like, I see so many people online, like, why is our punter holding snaps? Like, that's some weird thing to do. Like, backup quarterback, punter, it doesn't matter. Right? Like, you're talking about, and they're like, oh, that's just such an old way of thinking. Like, you think just having Jake Browning out there would fix that snap? Like, what if Jake Browning does the same thing? Then it's, why don't we have our punter holding it? Or why don't we have a spot on our 53 just for a holder? It's like, can you just shut the fuck up and stop doing the knee-jerk shit?
Remember Tony Romo's thing? He was a starting quarterback and dropped that shit, and they lost. I remember I watched that game years ago.
Oh, you don't have another holder besides your current starting quarterback? Like, shut the fuck up.
Let me guess, me to draft the placeholder, kick me a placeholder.
I saw one idiot online say, why don't we have a position on our roster just for someone to hold kicks?
Man, Orlando Brown is playing so much good football this year, man.
It's that stance.
Yeah. The goofy looking stance.
It's working. Look at this. Nope. Nope. Flush him out.
Burrow's trying to get his running back killed there, it looks like.
Yeah, that stance is goofy as hell. I know.
It's like when you see a dude with like a really awkward jump shot, but it just works and it goes in. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever. You got it. Eric all hurdled somebody in this game. That was fun.
There's too many weapons.
Dude, again, the offense has been great. Like, they've been so good. Not 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10 every game.
Every game except that Patriots game.
Yeah,
But guess what?
Pretty well.
We're 1-4. Oh,
1-4. Because you know what the defense has been? It's been like a -4 out of 10.
It's crazy. We're 1-4. No, I could say out of all the games
And
besides
that's
that first
PI,
game,
by the way. That is pass interference. on
Yeah,
Big
that was
Higgins.
bullshit.
we are 1-4 because of our defense.
Mm.
I remember 21-22, our motto for the defense kind of throughout the year was just don't lose the game for us. You don't have to win it for us, but just don't lose it. And now we're completely away from that.
All
Now-
they needed to do when you were up 10 and they had like 5 minutes left is make it like a 3-minute drive. Don't let them
Yeah.
Don't let them score right away and you win the game. Make a 3-minute drive and you win. Instead,
then
they let
it's-
them score.
Yeah. Charlie Kohler just goes yard on you. Like, okay. So that's what we're doing today. 4-play drive, about a minute off the clock. It's a hell of a catch by T.
He was playing great too. He was looked good.
I mean, if your defense is going to suck, you might as well just pay T and pay Jamar and just move on.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, they're not really paying anybody on defense anyway, except Sam Hubbard and Trey.
And Sam, I think you have an out after this year, so get rid of Sam.
Yeah. Although he didn't play as bad as he has been. Looked like he played a little bit better this game. And at times.
Yeah. Look at Burrow's movement in the pocket.
Mims got beat that time.
Mm-hmm.
He let him get too outside of him.
He let him bend the edge, but that's the thing, though.
He was slow off the snap, too, though.
It's a good thing with Burrow, though. Burrow can deal with that pressure from the outside. It's just that interior pressure.
Oh, yeah. That was great pocket movement.
Mm-hmm. Zach Moss got some there on Hamilton. Roquan in coverage is still a liability. This is a dot right here.
Oh man, that was right in front of me. I'm sitting there. Look, you could probably see me right there. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, that was nice. That was a tough game to be at, bro. Like being there.
You know how accurate you have to be to throw that. Then getting hit too.
Look at the Ravens players. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's PI.
Yeah. Look at Kyle Hamilton's slow ass.
Yeah.
Here comes Gesicki.
Gesicki might be faster than him.
He is. Kyle Hamilton's not good, man.
Gesicki is a 4.51 dude, man. I keep telling people, man, he's an athlete.
Didn't Hamilton run like a 4.6?
Yeah, he's slow.
Yeah.
And this might be the slowest attempted pick six I've ever seen. This is up there with James Harrison in the Super Bowl against the Cardinals.
I'm surprised he ran it out though because of that. I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna this motherfucker tried to run it back.
Bro thought he had something there. Ravens fans were going nuts. I'm like, this is coming back.
Even our offense can't tackle.
Oh, he gets banged up right there too.
Yeah.
Yo, you were safety and getting hawked down by a tight end is crazy.
I mean, our safeties would do the same thing.
Well,
Our safeties are slow as hell too.
but
Don't forget about that Von Bell interception, bro, and how slow he looked like an offensive lineman running, bro.
Bro, this game, dude was running with sand in his feet, in his shoes, literally.
Running with concrete.
It's a hell of an end to the first half right there.
Yeah. I thought it was crazy. If you remember the Ravens called a timeout and left 45 seconds on the clock for us to get the ball back. Before we got the ball, they called a timeout, and I'm like, why the hell did the Ravens call a timeout? And they had the ball.
Oh, sorry. It went out of full screen there. There we go. That should have been a pick right there from Burrow. Let's see here. Dax Hill tore his ACL. He's out for the season. So
Gosh, bro.
Not good.
No,
That is not
your
good.
bad defense is just going to get worse.
They're gonna expect their rookie to step in there and be good like that is crazy. Big.
I trust DJ Turner more.
I can't believe they called that a catch.
So what's gonna be CTB and Turner?
Probably. Same as last year. It's just not good enough.
Mike Hilton not playing, man, really hurt us. You could see that was missed. I mean, I think he brings a lot to this team. Against the Ravens, anyway.
Just getting blown up in the backfield.
Why can't we do
And
that?
that's the Mims play where he gets hurt.
So we don't got enough athletic defensive linemen to do that. Interior, anyway.
Why can't we do that? They make it look so easy.
You gotta have players, bro. You gotta have dudes up the middle that can make moves like that.
And there's Jamar doing Jamar things.
Bro, they don't need to be watching the game. They should have been in that dang iPad.
Look at him motion Gesicki away to pull that extra body off. Look at Jamar talking to him.
Wiggins was out there fighting for his life.
Bro, Nate Wiggins is not good.
Nope. He didn't look very good yesterday.
This man was holding like crazy.
Yeah. And if they run into a referee crew who'll keep calling it, kind of like what happened to
Look at Cody Ford right there. What the fuck?
what was that? It was
Seahawks
Seahawks Lions,
right? Eric all whiffed on that block.
Yeah, he I don't know, he dove at the dude or something. Or did he slip? I don't know. It was weird.
T's got to catch that. Tough catch, but you can't tip that up over the middle too.
Look at Cody Ford though. That's so impressive.
Yeah, he just stepped in and he took over at right tackle. I really just think Jonah was the problem.
Yeah.
He got beat on the spin there.
Look
What
at
a
that,
fucking
bro. That was a great
catch too. Yeah, Yoshi had a hell of a catch.
That throw was a fucking rainbow right
Cody
over the
does
top
get
of
beat
there.
right here though, off the spin. Oof.
Yeah, that's tough. He got real cracked. That
Burrow
ball was
popped up though because he
bro.
knew
Look
it.
at that rainbow. That was.
If Burrow would have got it there a little sooner, he could have scored a touchdown on that play right there.
He had to get rid of it. Yeah, here comes one of the runs up the middle for no fucking reason when we can't get it in there anyway.
I like that mentality though. For first and goal from the one, I'd run it
You gotta
4
run
straight.
it. Yeah, just didn't go nowhere.
This is one of those where if you had Mims, I feel like they would bring Cody Ford in as that extra lineman.
I didn't like that right there.
No, if you're going to go with the QB stink, you need to fully commit.
I thought that was really stupid.
This is what pissed me off. They're not letting him snap the ball.
Well, look at him stand over top of the ball. The ref. Look at this. And then he runs away, and it's like, what the fuck?
Like, how are you going to call delay a game if you're not going to let him snap the ball?
Yeah, it pissed me off.
Like, he's telling him right there, like, bump the play clock. Look at Roquan's stupid ass trying to celebrate. I fucking hate Roquan.
I don't like him at all.
I need someone to go for his knees, man. On one of those crackback blocks, he wants to play upright. He wants to play stiff. Fucking crack him.
Another touchdown. This game makes me so mad. This was like a Burrow legacy game, man. This was like one of the all-timer games. And they lost.
Feels like Burrow legacy games we always lose.
Yeah.
And it never really seems to be Burrow's fault. Like the 49ers game, what does Zach Taylor do in OT? Oh, he takes the ball out of Burrow's hands.
Yup.
Hey, who's holding the kick here? Who is this? Oh, the same guy who held it for the field goal attempt too? Okay. No one was bitching about him holding kicks when they were making all their extra points. Just want to be reactionary. Great coverage. Here we go. Our scoring drive.
This is bad. We haven't won a home game yet.
Nope.
And I'm not very confident about the Eagles game either.
But that's our next home game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Defense haven't given us confidence to have faith in any game, bro.
Nope. I don't feel good about the Giants game.
Is that a primetime game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
that-
my god.
Is that Sunday night? What is that? Monday?
The Giants, it's Sunday Night Football this week.
Fuck. We're
Are
about
we
to
wearing
get
all white on that game?
No, we're wearing all white against the Eagles on the 27th.
On the Eagles and it's the Ravens, right?
Maybe. I don't know about the second all white. I think there's only one this year.
I thought it was two. Oh, okay.
Could be wrong. I feel like the orange pants took.
No, the fire orange pants combo would be the white jerseys and the orange pants.
You ready for the nastiest thing? I haven't seen the Bengals win in person since January 15th of 2023.
Brady, I told you about going to the game. I told you before you said you was gonna go. I said
I didn't go to the Chiefs game. I didn't go to the Commanders.
Is it the all orange? Is it the all orange or just the orange jerseys? No name.
Just orange jerseys. We're only doing the all orange ones. Hopefully we scrap it after this year. We just kill it. No more orange anything. Fucking over orange pants, dude. They're ugly. The team plays bad in them. I'm over them.
well, wait, we can't say that the offense did better than how they played the first time they wore the orange
That's
pants.
fine, but that's 50% of your team. If you got an A and an F, that equals out to a C. Fucking get rid of the orange pants. They look ugly anyways. Looks fucking stupid. I hate the orange pants.
I hate our defense.
I want all black at home. That's what I want. All black.
We don't show all black energy.
Just barely got a bit of Eric all there. You know, there's a phrase where it says good teams find a way to win and bad teams find a way to lose. I'll let you figure out which one we are.
I've been saying that in that group chat we're in. It's the first thing I said last night. That was so nice right there.
Yeah, Jamar broke him off there.
So now we can start getting those highlight tapes when he went against him when Joe Burrow after Joe Burrow got hurt. And he was already mentally logged out.
This front office isn't gonna like when Jamar Chase gets 1,900 yards this year. We're gonna have to pay him.
With how often
True, I'm gonna like it. I'm not the one that gotta pay him. We not the ones that gotta pay him.
No, he can gritty on home. He's a diva. He cost us games like Kansas City, and you know, I don't think Jamar's really that good, guys. I don't think he's even top 20. Was it that dipshit UG said? Jamar's not really like that. You know, he took the first 2 weeks off the season to give people an opportunity, and he still tied first in touchdowns, second in yards.
It's wild.
He took 2 weeks off.
That's so crazy.
And it's not like he's getting all the targets that all these other guys are getting. He got 8 targets last week. Or no, he didn't even get 8, did he? He got 6.
Yeah, yep. Caught what, 4 of them?
Yeah.
Crazy. Still had 85 yards and a touchdown.
Where are we at in the game?
This is fourth quarter, I feel like. Gesicki makes a tough catch right there.
That was nice.
Yeah, this is the fourth. I was on lunch. So my lunch was at noon, so I started watching the game again like midway through the third quarter. Which seems like when shit started kind of falling apart. I don't know.
Everyone on offense for me gets a passing grade yesterday. Like literally everybody, even Cody Ford. I'm like, bro had a good game when he stepped in. You're not going to win.
39?
Who's 39? Like for the Ravens?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know their personnel that well. Just in our bum that we cooked up yesterday.
Great run right there.
Yeah.
Legal hands to the face.
Yep, on Kappa. They got their hands up in his face.
It looked like he got shot out of a cannon.
This was a good run. Found that little hole there.
This is start of the fourth right here. Again, just a little too cute. You're bringing a lot of guys in motion. You're trying to do a lot. Sometimes more just a simple smash mouth scheme works. In motion, gets his block. Volson whiffs on his.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot Sample was on it.
What, Drewski?
Yeah.
There's Chase Brown.
That was nice.
Bro, people are going to be picking on these Ravens linebackers the rest of the season because this is Trent Simpson.
His brother was at the game.
Chase was?
Yeah, his brother was there, Sydney.
Yeah, he plays for the Bears, right?
Is he on IR?
He plays for the Eagles.
Eagles, gotcha.
I think he's on IR, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he was at the game. So that was pretty cool to see. He was like sitting 6 rows in front of me.
I messaged Max while I was there, and I'm like, there goes 99, man. Look at him go.
You know what's crazy is I gave my season tickets to my uncle and his wife, and I bought 4 tickets for my family. And then I sat in 102 row 18. Max was in 16, and I could literally high five him. It was crazy. We were hype after we got that fumble, bro, and then it just was like whamp, 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 whamp. Right after that.
Didn't that fumble
So crazy.
result in 0 points, or am I losing my mind?
The fumble?
That's why we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We settled for a
The fucked up
52-yard
snap.
field goal instead of.
Okay, yeah.
Here's
and before
Jamar.
we went into overtime, didn't they take a timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock? So why not just take a fucking shot? Because the game's
Look at
gonna
him
end
go.
even if they pick
Look at
it.
this blocking. He went right in between the blocks. Gone.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Like, am I wrong
Where
for that?
it looked
'Cause
like he jogging every time.
He's got sneaky speed, man.
You see what
You can
happens to
tell
get him
his-
free, though?
you can
The
tell his
pre-snap
stamina right
motion. They motion him pre-snap. And you know whose responsibility it is to get him to the ground? It's number 0 right there.
Roro sad ass.
And he takes a shit angle. He's too slow. Roquan Smith
Mm.
actually fucking sucks at football. He could suck my dick.
I fucking creamed watching
We
that.
should have won this game. 'Cause after this, Joe Burrow did the Michael Jordan shoulder shrug, bro. Like, yo.
Disgusting.
Bro, we should have won the one against the Texans last year where
Look at that.
Joe Burrow did the poets on. Is that Reckow? Is he still holding right there and he's doing fine? Crazy. No one has anything to say when everything goes according to plan.
The
It's the moment
problem,
things don't.
the problem is they should have never left it for a 53-yard field goal.
Exactly.
That was
Exactly.
that was the biggest mistake of the game. You could talk about defense or whatever you want. Yeah, that's why they had all those points, but that was game. You score, the game's over.
So who in here was in Drew Christmas comments when he posted that emoji after that?
That
Oh,
was
I was hoping
nice.
he responded to me. I
What you say?
I said the dude who cost us the AFC Championship game, and I did the same emoji back to him. He responded to mine and Forrest Buddy though.
Oh,
Did you see that, Forrest?
No, I haven't really been on Twitter. People are in shambles.
Chris responded to Drew Chrisman, and he told him to shut the fuck up and move his boxes. And Drew was like, "Here you go," and gave him a link to his moving company.
It's actually funny as fuck, dude.
I gotta find it. Hold on. Chris was cooking yesterday. Let me find the gooch real quick.
it's funny. He thought we forgot.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
still
was-
don't put that loss on him. There was a lot of clock mismanagement in the final drive of that game. But that game was
Bro,
like 2 fucking seasons
you kicked
ago,
the ball 30 yards, a line drive right to the dude, and he runs it back
I
for like
feel
40.
you, I do, but that whole
That's
season,
disgusting.
the Bengals offense was like predicated on being able to bleed out the clock. So when they just went 3 straight passing attempts to take no time off of the clock to give Patrick Mahomes the ball back, like that was fucking mismanagement. If you're gonna run it
Sure,
3
in the
fucking
grand
times, Zach.
scheme of things, yeah. But he wasn't a reason we should have
Oh,
won.
absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right, here you
Yeah,
go.
no,
So Drew did the emoji, and Chris said, "You cost us an AFC Championship game. Go move some more boxes before throwing shade at a rookie." And Drew said, "Gladly, get your free quote today." And Chris said, "I'll pass. I'd trust myself more than wash punter 7 days a week. But if moving doesn't work out, you can keep moonlighting as an arsonist because burning bridges is about the only thing you're good at."
Oh my god, dude.
And then someone said he's done more for this city than you ever have. And Chris responded and said, "Putting half the city on suicide watch after a shitty punt to lose the game isn't doing more for the city in my book.
Oh
But
my-
go off, sis."
dude.
Wild. That's fucking crazy.
Chris went on a fucking tear.
And then if you guys know Eric, he's the guy who's always responding to e-girls on the timeline. Eric said, "Get a grip." Chris did the middle finger emoji. Eric said, "Laugh my ass off." Chris said, "We all have our ways to cope, big dog. You drool over e-thoughts. I take shots at a former Bengal on the team and yell profanity at teenagers online in COD lobbies."
Oh. Oh my god, that might be the only good thing to come out of this loss.
So shout out to our guy Chris.
Yeah, that was going nowhere from the beginning.
Yep. Again, they're just I don't mind
You
that.
think they're
that
just doing
style.
that to just kind of just test out like what they're gonna like the defense is doing as far as you know what I mean, like trying to keep them honest with the run game.
Yeah, Eric
That
All missed
shit.
his block, which again, like he's not going to be perfect. He's a rookie. And again, it works on a lot of teams. It just doesn't work against a really athletic D line.
Right.
And I feel like this is Burrow's one mistake. I think this is the pick right here. No, never mind. That's the one that gets called for a false start. Here comes the
You
pick.
know what? The fucking perception out here, bro, is that Burrow cost us the game because of that pick, and it just makes me sick that people
It's so
even think
stupid.
that way.
It's people who don't know anything about football. 38 points is enough to win a game.
Let's see if Jamar really did run a bad route. Let's see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious. It just didn't look like a good ball from my angle. Like he threw it the wrong spot. Like he
It
threw
looked like Marlon knew the route that was coming.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that
let's
what
see.
Burrow said in his presser? Marlon's just a great player, and he knew what we were going to do.
He didn't want to throw Jamar under the bus. Yeah, it's not a good route. It's not a good decision either, but it's not a good route.
That's one of those timing things that you just have faith. That
Yeah.
He was supposed to. Was he supposed to take that like sharper in?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
When
it
the
looked like.
guy's got hands on you, you need to cut that and force either a
in,
holding
like-
or
Or back
Hey, Matt,
towards
that
the
turnover-
quarterback a little bit in the middle of the field.
fight back towards your QB, draw a
Yeah.
flag, or force an incompletion. You can't let
Yeah.
that be intercepted. I mean, that is on Jamar. It's on Joe. Joe shouldn't have thrown it, but again, that's a timing thing. Joe's not making any reads. That's that's a drop back go. Like, and then the
Jesus.
one time your line
Well, and
can't fold, and it folds.
Yeah, on the next drive, because that interception led to 3 points for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right?
This is a tie game right here into the fourth.
So that was the tie, and then we collapse with our next
I
possession.
thought
Kappa-
even
Sacks and
Kappa got
Kappa does
destroyed.
not pick up that stunt here, and they're going to keep putting this. The teams are going to keep doing this to us.
I
if we
don't
show
even
we
want
can't
to
pick it up.
know what the Giants' defensive line.
So
interior
Mims picks it up
does,
really
though.
well. So they stunt. Mims picks it up well. Kappa gets beat inside, which again, as an offensive lineman, you cannot get beat inside ever. That was people were doing the same dumb shit with Jonah last season. We were lined up in something similar. Jonah drops back and he just cuts clear underneath, gets to Burrow. Your season's over. You cannot get beat inside. Like if you're Mims and this dude wants to bend the edge, just let him go. Just put a hand on him and just keep pushing him around the quarterback. Run him to the outside of your QB. You can't get beat in any of these gaps right here. And that's the issue on this. So they run the stunt here. And it is a good player. It's Matabuke, where he stunts in. It's kind of a late developing stunt. But Mims is a rookie, and he plays it better. Watch this stunt between Ojabo and Matabuke here. Mims picks it up great. He gives his quarterback enough of an
That's just
opportunity.
so bad for a veteran player.
I think
to play so much
Kappa's
football.
got to go because
He
he's
does.
just regressed every year
Kappa's
since
gotta
he's been
go.
here, and
You need to fix your entire interior
did I say
offensive
Mims?
line.
I meant Kappa. Yeah.
No, I think you said Kappa.
And I don't even think Matt Lee. I mean, I like Matt Lee, but I don't. Is he really the answer at center? I don't know.
We'll see. He's got the potential. He's got a high athletic ceiling. He is like the new era of centers, which I feel like are a bit lighter, more nimble, and athletic guys.
Yeah, but I'm worried about him getting pushed back in the pocket and not being able to.
Well, isn't
block.
that kind of his thing though? He gets pushed back a little bit, but then like finds his footing and just stays there. So plants. I don't know.
Again, like I get you don't want to be aggressive here, 2nd and 17, but you got 3 timeouts. Try to air the ball out a little bit.
Special.
That's the quit play right there.
Yeah, it's almost like they were setting up a punt, a better like opportunity for to pin them back.
Yeah, they were just trying to kill clock there and get this to OT. Which again, I don't understand playing for overtime when you know your defense is trash.
We believe in the guys in the locker room. So I don't know.
So am I on some casual shit? Because they took that timeout and there was 9 seconds left in regulation, and I'm thinking just take a fucking deep shot because your wide receivers have been burning them all day. But that's also not Madden.
They probably didn't want to risk the ball getting turned over.
There's no need to risk it there. 9 seconds left. You take the timeout to avoid the 5-yard penalty. You run all the clock down, take a timeout.
And I guess that's where I'm like, what are you really risking? If you throw it deep and it's picked off, then they have the fucking ball with 0 timeouts.
But what if they
a
return
handful of
it?
They
seconds.
can run that shit back.
What if they get a good return on that pick?
They could.
Then
That's a good point. But the offense has been playing better than
You
the
guys
fucking
sound
defense.
like Zach
so
Taylor yesterday, man. You guys sound like Zach Taylor. You sound scared.
No, not with 9 seconds left. That's a different ball game, bro.
At that point, yeah, if it's 9 seconds, just get the fuck out of there. But
Yeah.
it's the whole approach to that drive. And then this is where it gets really bad.
Is this where they lost the game?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like,
Notice who's not.
this is where you should get aggressive.
Yeah.
Go score a fucking touchdown. Fuck a field goal, bro. Like, what are we doing? Or make it a 20-yard field goal.
Yeah. Again, I'm okay playing for a field goal if it's like a 30-something yarder, a 40-something yarder
Yeah,
where
no
your kicker
shit.
should make it.
Do you know how happy the Ravens were when they saw we're just going to run the ball 3 straight times and
No
settle with the long ass?
T. No T at all. Nah, the third
It's
one is the best one. Like, let's line Jamar Chase up as an inline blocker. Let's do that.
this is what kills me, right? Again, like you said, no T Higgins. You have Jamar out there. No T,
They
no
knew we were
Yoshi.
running it too.
You
Look at
have no threat. And on top of that, they're showing you the single high safety here. Let Jamar get active. Let him go underneath that safety.
couldn't
Let
have
him
got
push down the
creative right here.
field there. Like, just do something other than running the fucking ball, which hasn't worked all day.
Joe audibled into a run. Yeah, that where the fuck does that even matter on this second play here, bro? Where does that even matter?
Look at this shit.
Watch the third one. Watch the third one, bro.
The entire Ravens defense knew we were running the ball.
I mean, everybody knew we were running the ball. There's one receiver on the field.
Nasty. That's what I'm
Look
saying.
at this is nasty. Look at who's at like left tackle inline blocking. Yeah, let's see
Ace,
the
what
other
was
view.
that tweet you read on the pod last night? It was a Zach Taylor masterclass or Zach Taylor legacy
Zach
game.
Taylor masterclass. Look at Jamar Chase. Look at where Jamar Chase is.
Jesus Christ. And
What
you want
is
to know
he
what's
doing?
even dumber?
What?
You want to know what's even dumber about this? You guys, you guys might remember there's a receiver last year by the name of Tank Dell who lined up as an inline
Yep.
blocker for the Texans. You guys remember
exactly.
what happened to Tank Dell
Got hurt.
when he was inline blocking instead of out in space? Again, Jamar's a bigger dude than that, but why even risk that? Like, and if you want to run the football 3 times, at least make them defend the entire fucking field from sideline to sideline. Put T here, put Jamar here, put Gesicki here, put Yoshi here. You know, have Joe with and make them guard all of this instead of just condensing right here. It's that fucking simple. But when you have a Make-A-Wish kid as your head coach, I guess it's not.
This. He just dropped it.
Bro, you have Joe. Like, I'm so tired of these situations where he takes the ball out of Joe Burrow's hands, bro. Chiefs game, 49ers game a couple years ago. Like, bro, what are you doing?
It's always some back shit too. He passes when he should run, and he runs when he should pass.
The snap
bro, I'm not mad on that third down if you try to go to Jamar Chase and he just like doesn't. You don't even complete the pass. At
Look
least
at Houday on the ground there, fucking dead and in shambles.
Yeah, look.
What's more dead, Houday or our season?
Season.
Because here's what you are right now.
Houday, it's we're still mathematically
so nasty because
possible.
we have one of the easiest schedules in the league, bro. This is so nasty.
Yeah.
I said this shit before the beginning of the season. Everybody's like, we got a cupcake schedule. You never know who's going to be good because people get draft picks. You get new quarterbacks that might be good you're playing against when you're playing a last place schedule. And look at Washington, bro. They end up having a really good quarterback. So you can't sit there and bank on the schedule, bro.
The Panthers had scored how many points this week?
3.
Yeah, they didn't do much against the Bears.
Did they only score 3?
It's going to be a little hard to see. Here's your AFC North now. Ravens started 0-2. They're now 3-2. Steelers 3-2. You're 1-4. Browns are 1-4. You're 2 games back of the AFC North with 5 division games left to play.
That's not bad.
But here we'll.
The problem now is you have to win just about all of them, if not all of them, and then now you're gonna have to beat the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Like you're gonna have, and you're just gonna have to beat some teams. That's gonna be tough games.
Yeah, you gave up your easy wins, so now you got to win the ones that were kind of
Yeah, your
questionable.
And
fourth place
this,
schedule is like done. So
yeah, and this is a game that if you were coming into this game 3-1, that you don't want to lose it, but you can your season's not in jeopardy if you're 3-2. So I don't know.
So here is what we're looking at right now. Bills 3-2, Ravens 3-2, Texans 4-1. You're on the outside looking in, obviously. Right now, you have a worse record than the Broncos, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Titans. You have the same, basically. Jacksonville, you have the same record as them. You have the same record as the New England Patriots right now.
Yeah, they beat you. They're better than you.
Chiefs are playing tonight. So
Who do the Chiefs play?
the Saints.
The Saints.
That should be a decent game. I don't think the Chiefs are that good.
So you're in a bit of a clusterfuck right now. Of course, hasn't fully separated away from you, but again, you are 1-4. Does anyone have any team schedules they want to look at coming up? Ravens schedule?
Yeah, we can look at the Ravens schedule.
All right, here we go. We'll go over this real quick before I close it up for the day. All right, so let's see. There we go. It's up. So Ravens won 3 in a row. They have the Commanders next week. Then they have the Bucks, the Browns, the Broncos, us again, Steelers, Chargers, Eagles, Giants, and then the Steelers again.
It's not by any means easy, but
No, if the Commanders can get one, that'd be great. We're big Commanders fans right now. Please sweep the entire division,
they're
Washington.
going to. I have a feeling they're going to, bro.
Obviously, we know where our schedule is. So this upcoming week, you guys want to see that?
Well, we're
There
doing
you
what
go.
the Giants, then the Browns, then the Eagles. I think for the next 3
And
games.
then we play Baltimore again, right?
Raiders, then Baltimore. Yep.
Raiders.
Raiders, then Baltimore.
We should win. You should-
If you want to make the playoffs, you need
let's
to
do that.
win 4 in a row.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is very
And we have
possible.
Week 10.
All
We have
all
a
these
Week 10
teams.
bye, correct?
Yes, we have a later bye, so we would get a bye after the Chargers game.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie though. Not trying to be like negative Nancy or whatever.
No, I feel you.
Neighbors might go.
Neighbors is gonna go crazy.
Secondary, bro. I'm not
He's gonna beat
lie.
the shit out of CTV.
Neighbors is
CTV
going to
gets
go
torched by
crazy
But
on
they
us
got
if
that-
he's
Crazy,
healthy.
bro.
If
But they
he's
got
healthy
that
though,
one kid who's pretty good too.
Wandale.
Wandale. Yeah.
Wandale
He's
Robinson.
fucking good.
Did Neighbors play yesterday?
No, he's in
They just-
concussion
they-
protocol right now.
We
Oh,
need him
so
to
the
not
Giants
play next
packed
week,
up
bro.
Seattle without him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're all in concussion protocol right now after that game.
and then here is the Steelers schedule. They started 3-0. They're now 3-2. They got the Raiders coming up, who looked awful against the Broncos.
The Jets can beat him though.
The Jets, they have the Giants, they have the Commanders. This is where it gets ugly. Commanders, Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens.
They're not winning the division. It's going to be the Ravens, probably.
Yeah, the Steelers their schedule is crazy.
And then the last team we'll look at is the Browns. Remember, we thought the Commanders was a layup game right before it got tough for them? Well, that changed.
Remember when we thought the Patriots was a layup game?
The Browns next week, their
Facts.
reward for losing by 21 to the Commanders, they get to go play the Eagles, who are going to have
That's-
AJ Brown back.
I hope they fucking lose out, bro. Actually, I don't. I don't want them to get a first round overall pick.
No, they're going to waste. They're going to draft
They're
like
gonna
a
waste
shit
it anyway,
quarterback.
bro.
Bro, they're gonna
You think they
draft
would do
like
that, bro.
they're gonna draft like a Quinn Ewers, and Quinn Ewers is not going to be good in the NFL.
I don't think so either.
I don't like any
I
of the
don't
quarterbacks in
think
this
he
draft
is.
except for Milroe, and I
Yeah.
think Milroe's a giant. That's got Dayball written all over it.
You
Dude,
don't like Shadur?
No. I think he's the number one QB right now, but this QB class sucks.
It ain't as good as last year's or the year before.
Seems like Shadura might be going to Vegas, bro. After that conversation, him and David had.
He's like, I want you to come to Vegas. I'm like, damn.
So the Browns, they have the Eagles, then us, the Ravens, Chargers, Saints, Steelers, Broncos, Steelers, Chiefs, Bengals again.
What? Yeah. So what's crazy is we could finish second in our division, bro. We really could. We could.
Yeah,
With this defense, with this defense.
I'm just saying, when you look at the schedule, you could.
Here, I'll tell you, we can finish higher if this guy stops playing like ass. If this guy
he played
stops
a little
playing
better
like
yesterday.
ass.
He did play better.
If this guy actually plays, if this guy stops playing like ass.
Who was the second guy?
Jermaine Pratt.
Oh, gotcha.
The linebackers haven't been very good again.
Sheldon Rankins actually plays.
The whole
you know
defense,
what,
bro?
You know what? This is a guy right here. Shut the fuck up and play. Stop worrying about your contract. You're not worth the money you're asking for. You're not beating up on these guys you should be beating up on. Don't pay him.
I am kind of surprised that you're holding his feet to the fire like that. Like, I don't think you're wrong because his sack production has.
Wait. Trey? Not Trey, bro.
No, dude. Trey is not. Bro. No. Trey has had one good game. He's had one good game this entire season. One. And that's because he played against a rookie tackle who wasn't ready. He got dominated against the Commanders. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, he got like a fake sack or whatever. But he didn't actually impact the game in any way, shape, or form.
Well, and, to your point, what changed on the edges last year to this year? Because I'm pretty sure our edge room is the fucking same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you're expecting growth from Miles.
And I think Miles will show it. I mean, yesterday is his first real game action.
He didn't look bad.
No.
He didn't look awful.
Why is it taking so long for them to come out with the snap counts, bro?
I have no idea. Maybe they're trying to cover it up.
Look what I said in the chat, Brady.
But here's the thing. Trey wants to be paid like a top 3, top 5 edge in the league.
He needs to be performing, especially when
he needs to perform like that. And here's the thing, we talk about Joe Burrow and we talk about how if he's playing up to his contract or not, we held his feet to the fire after week 1. It's the same for Trey Hendrickson. If you want to be top paid at your position, you need to perform like it. And he hasn't. That's the reality of the situation. We don't care about him against the run because of what he can do in the pass rush. So if you're not going to stop the run and you're not going to be good against the run, you need to be productive in terms of rushing the passer. And yesterday he was nowhere to be seen. And he made the one big splash play against Carolina. I'll take it. But the Commanders,
I don't know if I would say he was nowhere to be seen. I saw him. It's just Lamar Jackson is just elusive.
That's what I was gonna say. Ace. I think when you're playing running quarterbacks who like Jaden Daniels and then Lamar Jackson, and then I just think anybody really has a hard time tackling them. So I don't know.
But my thing is, again, if you want to be paid in the top 5 of your position, no excuses. None. It's the same for Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
I don't care.
He's got to be more dominant. I agree with you.
I don't care if Joe Burrow is going against the top 5 defense in the NFL. You're paid as a top 5 QB. Figure it the fuck out, man. Go ball out. That's what we paid you all this money for. And Trey wanted to do the whole, I want to retire because I'm not getting paid enough just to get 0 sacks against the Patriots offensive line, which fucking sucks, by the way. And it's not like that. It's not like Jacoby's a mobile QB. Trey just couldn't do anything. Trey got broken off by Jacoby Brissett. There's no excuses there. Jaden Daniels, sure, I'll kind of read that, but he wasn't even getting close to Jaden for most of that game. Yesterday against Lamar, he wasn't getting close.
I understand your point because with what he's wanting, you would expect him to be more like a Myles Garrett presence.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But he still is our best player.
Here's your top paid edge rushers in the NFL this season. Nick Bosa's number 1, fair. Number 2, Josh Allen for the Jags, fair as well. Brian
Swear to
Burns.
God, if Sam Hubbard is on this list,
The only
he's
thing
not.
I'll say is Nick Bosa has 3 sacks and so does Trey Hendrickson.
Mm-hmm. But Nick Bosa also is much better against the run, and he affects
That's
the game
true.
against the run.
Nick,
So, like,
That's valid. The only thing I'll say is I think in order for Trey Hendrickson, since he is so one-dimensional, in order for him to be his most effective, they've got to be able to stop the run and force the pass, bro. Like that's the only thing I'll say with him. Like I get what you're saying. I don't know, bro. I just feel like without him, we have absolutely zero pass rush.
which is absolutely true. It's
just
100% true.
I don't know,
You just
bro. Like the
you
defense is
can't.
so bad, bro. Like
That's
Nick
where
Bosa is also playing with better players. Like these other D linemen that they get to play with, like even Myles Garrett. Like Myles Garrett is cool or whatever. He's elite. He's got one more sack than Trey, but he's playing with Zadarius Smith and like all of these other guys. Like they don't have anybody for Trey, bro. They have
well, and
absolutely nobody.
The thing
I
with
feel
Myles
you there,
Garrett,
Ace.
though. Yeah, you go for us.
No, this is
No,
good
well, I was just
discourse.
gonna
Let's
say,
do it.
like, I agree with what you're saying, Ace, and that's when I would pivot again to, well, what's the difference in the D line this year compared to last year? Because if we're going to be like, well, look at the help that Trey doesn't have compared to other teams, he still produced at a high level last year with the same amount of no fucking help.
No, I mean that's valid. He's still though like right now
he's also
statistically
getting
like
long in the tooth though, too, bro.
top 15, top 20 edge rusher right now. So like
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree with
there's
you
gonna
guys.
be
He's still the
games where
best
he's
player
gonna
on our
have,
defense. Like,
2-3 sacks
sure.
here, but I mean,
And
I just
here's
can't
the
look at it
thing.
and say that it's him, bro, because I saw Trey in Lamar's lap a couple of times and I saw him like chasing him a
He
couple of
can't get
times.
him
It
down. He
just
can't get him,
Yeah,
bro.
nobody could get
And
I saw Miles Murphy chasing Lamar a couple of times. They
but
couldn't
Can't
get
get
that's
him.
him down.
you know who did get him down though?
Sam
ADG.
Hubbard, bro.
Sam Hubbard got him once.
Sam Hubbard
ADG
is
got him too.
nasty. Getting
Sam Hubbard getting him down. And it
Sam
wasn't really
Hubbard is a
it
Ravens
wasn't
merchant.
really it wasn't
Take
But
it
really
to the
a
papers.
sack,
here's
bro.
my Trey Hendrickson thing, right? Like right now, if we're looking at this list, he's the 11th highest paid edge rusher. I think that's totally fair. 21 mil is totally fair. He wants money closer to what Brian Burns and Nick Bosa are getting than what he's making now. And you can't pay him more than Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Brian Burns. Like, because what these guys all do, yeah, they may not have this like way more sacks than Trey right now. Miles, TJ Watt, Brian Burns, Josh Allen, Nick Bosa are all infinitely better against the run than Trey is. Trey is a specialist against the pass. So if you want to get paid like these guys, you need to greatly outproduce them in terms of pass rushing, and he's just not. He's not right now.
Yeah,
That's where
I
I'm saying
understand what you're
you
saying,
could
but
forget about it. Like you
The,
could
the
forget
only
about
thing
25.
the only thing though is he asked for that money after he had 17 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
that's
So like that's
yeah.
where I'm like, to me, I think he was worth that money given the season that he had last season. But to me, if you ask me, bro, Trey Hendrickson would be the only defender that I would be like, I'm keeping on this defense.
we
and
keeping him
everybody
next
else
year,
can go.
sign him to an extension.
And
I
everybody
agree.
else can go. But it is what it is at this point. I don't think that they're going to keep him, bro. Honestly,
I
think
think,
they're
I think the
walking.
reason that there's a bit of scrutiny on Trey Hendrickson is because it seems like the consensus, and I don't know, Brady, I don't want to speak for you, but it seems that the consensus is we all kind of feel he's still the best player on defense. And for me, what I'm looking at is if you're the best player on defense and this unit is dying, I need you to make more plays. I need you to get that
it's
critical
just
sack because
hard,
I
bro.
believe
It's hard
it
because
is because
it's
it's the
him by
NFL.
himself, bro. Like he's literally the pass rush.
Absolutely. And
And
it's
that's
like, but it's been
nasty.
like
Like
that
nobody should
since
be in
Larry
the position
Ogunjobi
to where
left, you know?
But you know
it's
what's
like
gross though is it's him alone on the pass rush. They're not like that Commanders game. We watched it. They weren't really chipping him. They weren't really giving a lot of help over there. Like if Myles Garrett's silent, you can pretty much guarantee they're moving a running back over there in pass pro. They're chipping him with the tight end. Like they're dedicating a lot of
Yeah,
resources
but they
to
were
stopping him.
also rolling Jaden out to the right a lot there, and he's running
and they
off that
were
right side.
running up tempo and the defense didn't know what the hell to do. Like
Well,
there were some points where they actually caught Trey Hendrickson off the field and we like literally had like zero pass rush when they did that in that up tempo game.
But that's the thing. If it's that easy to game plan you out of a game, that's where it's like, again, like
Well,
I think
it's-
Trey's the best on the defense. Like by far, he's the best player on the defense. But he's also 30. His best years are probably right around
Almost.
now. Like, I think he's kind of at his prime. He's not going to get better. I don't think he's going to fall off a cliff right away. But he's wanting money, and he's not impacting the game against the run. And they're now moving the pocket away from him. And even when it is just a standard pocket, like we saw yesterday, bro, he got packed up like a lot yesterday.
It's the same thing that you're talking about with Lamar. Make him run to his left, not his right. The strong side.
And Lou, for
Game
whatever
plan him
reason,
out of the game.
Lou, for whatever reason, likes to blitz off the left when that's where your best edge rusher is. Blitz off of the right to help Sam Hubbard, to help Miles Murphy. Like, get Lamar going to his left to make a harder throw. And if he does that, fine. But if you blitz him from the left and you just allow him to roll out to the right, that's an on-platform throw off a rollout. Like, that's easy.
Yeah. The other thing I'll say, though, is, first of all, going back to the thing, like, Trey Hendrickson is top 3 right now in pass rush win rate. Like, there's Myles Garrett, there's Aiden Hutchinson, then there's Trey. The other thing I'll also say about Trey is Lou doesn't fucking move him around. Like, TJ Watt pretty much stays where he's at, but Myles Garrett gets to move wherever he wants to. Like, Lou doesn't do that with Trey Hendrickson. And, like, I don't know why he doesn't, but he just keeps him at the same position every single time, bro. It makes it so that he's super predictable to, like, essentially get game planned against.
Was Trey rushing from the right side in New Orleans? That was so long ago, I kind of forget.
I'm not sure. I can't confidently say, like,
because
what exactly
some of these guys, they can't bend a certain way, and it's just like a weird thing. Like,
I don't think have we ever seen Lou move his edges around? Like, did we see Miles Murphy be on different sides, or is he just rushing from one side?
I think we saw Miles last year get moved around to different sides, but you're right. Trey just gets dropped on one side. I wonder if it's just like he doesn't have the same bend off the right, but
yeah,
I don't know. And on top of that, I mean, I'm not a fan of Lou Anarumo right now anyways. I'm in the camp of he should get fired. Like, his scheme's stale. It's dead. It's gotten figured out.
I don't know what you guys saw on the tape, but I thought what I saw yesterday was him at least sending blitzes and disguising stuff. Like, I don't think he was horrible yesterday. I guess if I can say it, like, the defense was obviously horrible, but like, if you're gonna go down swinging against Lamar Jackson, I would rather him, like, throw blitzes and throw pressure at him instead of just, like, sitting back and, like, letting Lamar do whatever he really wanted. Kind of like the Jaden Daniels game where he just sits back and covers the whole time, not sending any kind of blitz. I don't know, bro. That was a weird game yesterday.
The issue with what Lou does is when he shows that zero look, it's been the same thing now for 4 years. He shows a zero and he drops either the same guys or he sends everybody. He hasn't shown any new wrinkles in that zero look that he shows. And it's just like, that's where it's like, at some point, it's just time to call a scheme and, like, just
he's
like
he's got absolutely no answer for the up-tempo offense.
No.
And when the Ravens started running it, I'm like, because that's what I was worried about. I thought in the Panthers game, I'm like, they're going to see the tape. Like, anybody that watches the tape from the Commanders game, all they have to see is, hey, let me just run up-tempo offense, and they're not going to be ready for it. And, like, that's literally insane, bro, that they still have no answer for it, and you can just score that quickly against this defense because Lou just doesn't know how the hell to, like, counter it. That's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's literally that simple. If we go into the Giants game and the Giants are like, hey, let's run up-tempo offense, we're not going to know what to do.
Well, and just my issue with Lou right now, and it happens to almost everybody, like, unless you're Bill Belichick, who somehow has these dark, like, witchcraft powers where his defenses are just always pretty fucking good, like, everybody's scheme gets cracked eventually. Like, you saw it with Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz had a great defense in Detroit with the Lions, and then the scheme gets figured out, it gets cracked, he gets fired, he goes and reinvents himself a little bit. He's still running a wide 9, but now he's throwing new wrinkles, and he works his way back up. Now he's the Browns DC, and last year he had that defense cooking. because he had a new, fresh scheme. This year, he's doing the same exact stuff he was doing last year. Now the scheme's not working as well.
Yep, it's getting cut.
And look at the Ravens defense. Mike McDonald last year had them humming. Same personnel, and they got a new DC. Now the scheme's not working. Mike McDonald takes the scheme over to Seattle, and guess what? He's trying to do the same things with different personnel. Now it's not working.
He just got cooked by the Giants without a Malik Neighbors.
He let Jared Goff throw 0 incompletions against him in primetime.
It's fucking disgusting.
With fucking Devin Witherspoon and Jaron Reed and Byron Murphy and all these guys.
Bro.
Like, the scheme's been figured out, and Lou hasn't reinvented it. It's just, and for all the Jesse Bates talk and DJ Reader talk and Cheeto Awuzie talk, those guys don't fix what's happening right now. It's a schematic thing for me. Jordan Battle has high-end athleticism. Yeah, he makes some boneheaded plays in coverage, which I don't understand those. I just think that's a guy not being locked in. But you don't go like Cam Taylor-Britt doesn't just fall off the face of the earth after 2 weeks, right? That doesn't happen with a lot of other DCs, but that happens with ours because he's not putting his players in a position to succeed. He's not playing his best players, and he's just doing the same thing. If I'm able to sit here and watch film as just an outside observer, and I'm able to say, oh, he's showing 0, and I can tell you which guys are going to drop and which guys are going to come because he has tells that everybody around the league's figured out. It's was it Joe Mixon we had that conversation about where you could tell if it's a run or a pass by how Joe Mixon was lined up? That's Lou on defense right now. And the whole league's seen it because there's much smarter offensive minds than myself and much smarter play callers. And they see this. And if I can see this on film, the rest of the league sees it. And it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse before it gets better because you need an overhaul. And it's not a talent overhaul because I think Miles Murphy has high-end talent. Trey Hendrickson, obviously, a high-end talent. I don't think he's worth top 3 edge money, top 5 edge money, but a high-end talent, right? And go look all across the league, right? Or across our roster, sorry. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, have they maybe taken a step back in terms of like athleticism? Sure, they've gotten a bit older. Are we putting them in positions to succeed, or are we giving them poor matchups? Like, look at our safety room. We're putting them, and again, I think Geno Stone was the product of a really good defense last year, but he was being put in a position to succeed last year by his DC, and this year he's not. We just brought him in and thought our communication would be fixed, and that's not the case. And, you know, people can try to make excuses for Lou. I saw people say, well, we're just not bringing in high-end talent. 2 years ago in the draft, our first 3 draft picks all were defense. That was all Lou Anarumo. We didn't draft a offensive lineman to help Joe Burrow 2 years ago. So, and since 2020, I think I did the math last night. It was 22 or it was 24 draft picks have all been defense for Lou Anarumo since 2020. We have drafted majority defense, and I get we're not spending a ton of money on defense. You know, you let Jesse Bates walk so you can pay Orlando Brown, which, again, looks like a smart decision in hindsight. You're protecting your number 1 asset. Jesse's money wasn't going to go to T. It went to Orlando. But Lou has gotten guys. We've spent money to bring guys in for Lou. We just paid Sheldon Rankins. You know, we've drafted a ton of guys. Can we name one player that Lou Anarumo has drafted and developed into a Pro Bowl level player? Not even all pro.
Nope.
Not a single guy. And it's not like we're only giving him 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks. Miles Murphy's a first, and Miles still has potential. It's too early to tell. But think of all the early draft picks we've had since 2020. Not a single guy has been developed. It's the same as Frank Pollock. But Frank was actually getting the short end of the stick. Because it looks like he's developing Mims pretty damn well right now. But Just that's just something to think about. And if you guys can think of a single player, because Jesse Bates wasn't Lou. Jesse Bates was good before Lou. Like that was Marvin Lewis. Who is the last defensive player that we drafted and developed, paid and retained for the Bengals? Was it Geno Atkins? Was it Dunlap?
That Lou has developed, or are you talking about just
In general, because there hasn't
In
been one for
general,
Zach
in
Taylor.
general, the most recent one was, like you said, was Jesse Bates.
Yeah, Jesse Bates, and we didn't even retain Jesse Bates.
Oh, that we retained. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like you're saying, you're going all the way back to Gino and Carlos.
There hasn't been a single one under this regime that we've drafted and developed and retained.
Does anybody know what that Gino post was? I mean, not that Gino, but Carlos post was about. Was that about
No,
Lou?
but
I think it
probably,
might
'cause
be about
remember,
Lou and Zach.
it's got to be because Carlos was also on the outside. He was the old regime. They had that whole like he found out he was lowered on the depth chart by going in there that day and blah 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 blah. Like he didn't like Lou. I thought that was part of why he left. He wasn't buying into Lou's scheme, and that's where I will go and defend Lou. Is that was the 2020 season. 2021 they get rid of Carlos Dunlap, and the Bengals have this not like elite defense by the common sense, but a clutch defense that got the stops and turnovers when we needed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of revisionist history on the timeline right now about having an elite defense with Jesse Bates. We had Jesse Bates, DJ Reader, Cheeto Awuzie, whoever you want to name that the Bengals haven't retained. I think the highest we've ever finished in terms of points allowed, which is, again, the merit of Lou Anarumo's defense. I'm not even talking yards. I think it was 14th, which is mid. That's middle of the pack.
Yeah,
so
it was statistically mid. They had that clutch factor again. It was
yeah,
gotta get
which
the
is
sack,
fine.
gotta get the
I'm
turnover,
fine with a mid defense.
Yeah, that's what you want.
But people talk about Lou. People were talking about Lou Anarumo like he's Mike McDonald,
or like he's Mike Zimmer.
Yeah, or like he's Zimmer, or like he's I'm blank, or like he's Spags or somebody like that. He's not. He's nowhere near that. He's just a Patrick Mahomes killer. That's it. Like, I'm sorry, breaking news: Lou Anarumo isn't all that, and this year's showing it. We thought after last year the defense couldn't get any worse. Well, here we are. It's worse.
Well, and to your point, Brady, that's really good because Lou he's started as the DC in 2020. In 2020, the defense was cheeks. 2021, 2022, that was good. We like that. 2023, dog shit, and now we're in 2024, and once again, it's dog shit.
Yeah, if the high watermark of your entire career is mid, that doesn't make you good. That makes you Marvin Lewis. Like, he's the Marvin Lewis of DCs. If he gets a bunch of absurd talent, the best he can do with them is middle of the pack. You could give him Deion Sanders in his prime, Reggie White, you give him all these guys, he's probably still going to have them 14th or 15th in the league because his scheme's just not good.
Well, so then let's talk about just the hypotheticals of playing extremes. If you were to fire Lou Anarumo today, does that fix the defense? Because I don't think it does. I think it stays shitty all of next year, and you're just going into the next season at that point.
The reason I think it's still bad is because it's still his scheme. It's just somebody else,
You would have to completely overhaul your defensive coaching.
It's so defense is tricky, bro, because like say we bring in somebody in. Obviously now, like most teams really run nickel anyway, so it probably wouldn't be as bad as it was back in the day, like going from a 4-3 to a 3-4. But there's gonna be a transition, bro, when you do that because you have to have people that fit that system. You have to get rid of guys that don't. Like it's a lot with it. But I mean, at this point, you can't get any worse than you are right now.
If you fire Lou Anarumo right now, it's one of those moments in sports where you'll see a head coach get fired and the team comes together and they play tough, like what the Raiders did under what they did under Rich Bisaccia. Yeah. Like they came together, they played well, their head coach got fired, they made the playoffs, they got bounced by us. But it's just you need a little bit of spark. You need a little bit of life on defense, and you don't have that right now. And you're not going to get that because all you're going to hear is, well, we're not panicking. Well, you're 1-4 and your season's getting away from you.
You need to fucking panic.
You need to play with your hair on fire.
Absolutely.
It's again, the defense is soft. It's uninspired. I'm not asking for guys to go be dirty. I'm not asking to go hip drop guys or to go in guys' careers or any of that. But defense isn't supposed to be nice. You're not supposed to play patty cake. If Lamar wants to stiff arm Sam Hubbard, Sam needs to rip his shoulder out of socket.
Nasty, dude. That was
Sam
nasty.
needs to break that motherfucker's arm.
And got stiff armed.
Imagine a boxer going into a fight and being like, I don't want to hurt a guy too bad. I'm just going to kind of jab. I'm going to, shell up. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to try to get through it. That's what our defense is doing right now. I don't want that. I want Mike Tyson. I want you to go out there and try to kill somebody. That Cam Taylor Britt hit, that's the kind of energy we need. I don't care if you give up some big plays as long as you're making a few big plays. If Lamar wants to do that running around the backfield shit, if he wants to, try to lower his shoulder on you, fucking put a helmet in his ribs. Go put a helmet in Derrick Henry's knee.
Absolutely. You want to declare yourself as a runner, I'm going to fucking hit you like a runner.
It's crazy.
Look, he runs high. You're not going to arm tackle Derrick Henry. You got to go low to take him out. That's football, man.
It sounded crazy.
We was talking about that pause thing. It was like getting up in his ribs the other day.
It's this soft shit.
I'm just saying it sounded a little Steeler-esque. I'm just saying.
But guess what? There's one thing you can't take away from the Steelers. Their defense plays hard, unless it's Dak Prescott on fourth down.
Yeah.
Hey, man. 3 rivers, 6 rings, man.
Bro, if Dan Campbell was our head coach, this team would be flying around making plays. That's all I'm going to say. I think Zach is a okay head coach. Yesterday, he made some dumbass decisions. He's an offensive guy, and the offense has been doing fine. So, again,
that's why I'm like, I still think Zach was to blame for yesterday because the timid decision making that he had and stuff like that. But I'm like, I can't see them firing Zach right now where the offense.
No, they're not going to fire Zach.
Offense is doing their thing. Like, I don't like if anybody on the staff gets fired, I think it's Lou.
It's got to be Lou. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're right. Because at the end of the day, like you look at that position, you're like, "Fuck Zach, what the fuck are those 3 straight runs? You're playing timid." And absolutely. But then on the other side of that, your unit does score 38 fucking points.
Yeah, it's like, bro, defense. Like Lamar,
you gave up
like
38 points in regulation, bro. Like that's not on the offense.
2-minute drives, like, bro, I've never been nervous having a 10-point lead, like in a game ever before. Like I think Goodberry tweeted that, and I agree with him. I'm like, bro, I've never been like I'm up by 10, like we're good, and I'm like my offense literally like Zim has always said, your offense is your defense. Our offense was our defense yesterday. It literally was like we were trying to score again, and our defense is so bad that we have to have Burrow force like a tight throw that gets intercepted. In a situation where if your defense was okay, you wouldn't even have to do that. You'd be like, all right, I can go out here and take a field goal and I'm fine. Like we knew that we needed a touchdown every single time because that Ravens offense was scoring in like a couple of possessions. That was it.
Yeah. We said it 2 weeks ago. What was it? 33 against the Commanders. That's enough to win a game. 38 is enough to win a game. And
yeah, you put 38 up on the Ravens, bro. You're supposed to be winning that game.
And look, regardless of the outcome, Joe Burrow got his lick back on the Ravens for last year. Like,
for sure.
He killed them. And I think he might kill them again. The Ravens defense is not good. And we just gave the blueprint to the entire league on how to fuck up the Ravens on defense. So if they get into a team with similar-ish weapons to us or a similar type of game plan as us with a better defense, the Ravens are in trouble. I don't think they're a good team.
We can't even talk about how they finally figured out the cover 2 shell now, and they're back to scoring. Like, bro, this is crazy, bro.
Burrow's figured everything out at this point, man. Like, Burrow's insane right now.
Like, he finally has a game where he's going off with touchdowns. Like, bro, like, what is – you had Jamar and T going off yesterday. Like, you literally had everything that you needed. The run game could have been a little better,
Yeah.
But there were also points in time where they just stopped running the ball, like too. But I don't know, bro.
And just all around, all around on
Finding new
defense,
ways
it
to
just
lose
wasn't
ball
enough.
games. Zach Taylor masterclass.
Yeah, and Zach has blame with me, but like you said, it's hard when you're scoring 38 points, and we've known for years this isn't breaking news. Zach is hands off on the defense. He doesn't touch it at all. Defense is all Lou, and it is really hard to put any blame on Zach for the defense's performance. But yeah, some of the head coaching decisions were they weren't all there. But we've been going for I think close to 3 hours now.
Joe Burrow's finally hitting that Manning stride. What I mean by that is the 5 touchdowns, the 300 yards every game. He's starting to hit that elite prime to where he's seen a bunch of shit, seen all these defenses. He's comfortable with the new offense. It's not really new offense, but they're doing a lot of new things.
Well, and he
We
has a
got to figure
competent
shit out.
offensive line.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. He's starting. He's entering that what we always thought he is and will be. We're entering that
Absolutely.
like Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady. Like this is it. This is who he is.
And all he needs is
me off.
the 16th best defense in the NFL.
Defense.
That's all he needs.
That's exactly it. It's like it doesn't matter how good Burrow plays. It doesn't matter. And yesterday was an example of this. It doesn't matter how well Joe Burrow plays. It doesn't matter how strong the offensive line holds up. It doesn't matter how good Jamar is. It doesn't matter how good T is. If you don't have a defense, that shit doesn't matter. You look at the 2021 Bengals, and that team on paper, or not even on paper, but that team shouldn't have been better than the current team we have because this offense blows that offense out of the water. But what did they have?
It's crazy.
An average defense.
It's crazy because now it's forcing the offense to have to score a bunch of points to where in the past, they've always been like, we just got to do what we got to do to win. But now we got to kill people on offense in order to do anything. To where we should always have a killer mentality. That Zach doesn't have.
It reminds me of those few years of the fucking Saints when they were 40 points a game and still losing. Like Drew Brees was on a tear, but their defense was just ass.
That's what this exactly is.
Well, we've been going for about 3 hours. If you guys missed anything, I put the YouTube link. This will take a little bit longer to upload on YouTube.
Hey, Brady, look what I sent you in the chat.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for doing this, Brady. This was fun. This is the first time I've actually been in here. Like when you've broken down the film, it's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, and then I think tomorrow is somehow, some way tomorrow we get back on course and we do the Giants. So that'll be fun.
Hey, we win 4 straight. We're cooking. We're back in it.
And you're not wrong. If we're within a game of 500 going into the bye and the defense shows signs of life, not this corpse shit, then you can have hope. But that's a lot of ifs, buts,
you got to win
for.
There's no way you can lose any of these next 4 games.
Yep. Yeah, you got to win. You got to win. You got to be 5-4.
And it probably won't, but hopefully.
Tomorrow starts Giants week. 24-hour rule. It's in effect again. Not in a good way. I might drink bleach tonight. Who knows? But hang in there. It's only football. We might go 1-16 this year. Who knows? But
we're getting the best edge in the draft.
and then there's not even that many good ones this year, unfortunately.
Just get the best pass rusher in the entire draft.
There's not that many good ones. So,
is that real quick? Is that Mason Graham dude? He's not all as good as everybody says, right? The dude from Michigan.
I think he's good. He's just not great. This is a down year in the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we'll go over some draft stuff later this week too. But I'm going to close it up. Hoo day, everybody.
Hoo day.
Hoo day.